news she gave on AM News there. My name is Reginald Robertson. It's a fine Wednesday, and I welcome you to AM Ghana Breakfast Show here on Adoatv Television. We're streaming live on Facebook at Adoatv Television Ghana. And yes, yesterday at the Minister's press briefing on COVID-19 update, we had the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Mr. Redu, there saying that stranded Ghanaians will bring in faces into the countries. I have a strong intel that some stranded Ghanaians in the United States of America are lamenting over some promised packages that was meant to be given to them. The package is not in yet, and even processing for repatriation too has become a problem in the United States of America. But they are saying that the mission head, that is Honorable His Excellency Akoto, that is the Ghanaian ambassador to the United States of America, is doing its maximum best. He's being a Ghanaian himself, not any political leader, a Ghanaian, to understand the plight that the people are going through. We've tried to speak to some people in the United States of America via probably maybe a VMix call to see how best the situation is like when it comes to repatriation and stranded Ghanaians outside Ghana. Those in Kuwait have been deported and they are under quarantine. And when they are done, they will meant to come to Ghana. And also, the High Commissioner, Ghana High Commissioner South Africa is saying that 230 Ghanaians are ready to be evacuated into the country. We'll be looking into it subsequently. I'm not going to do the show alone. I have with me
Anastasia Badru. A very big good morning to all our viewers watching AM Ghana Show. Thanks so much for making time with us on Adoatv and watching AM Ghana Show from day one till now. We are saying we are grateful. And also, as we are in these hard times, we are praying and asking that all that we do, let's have it at the back of our minds that there's a pandemic and we are supposed to stay safe. Make sure we are washing our hands regularly with soap and running water. Make sure we are also sanitizing anytime we do not have access to water. Cover your mouth either using your elbow or a tissue if you're sneezing or coughing, and make sure you dispose it off immediately. Do not leave your face mask at home whenever you're leaving home. Do not leave it. And in some ways, you try to educate you on how to keep your face mask safe, especially the reusable ones, like the ones made from the cloth, the calicos, and then all that you can wash, not the disposable ones. Immediately you get home, you should make sure there's a warm, soapy water ready where you can dip your face mask into it for some minutes, wash it very well, and hang it under the sun for over 5 hours. Whenever you want to use it, make sure you iron it with a heated iron. Make sure you iron it before you wear it. We say a big thank you to all our sponsors and to all who have been watching us. And we are saying that keep watching Adoatv. Tell someone about AM Ghana. And this is where we bring you educative and informative interactions. All
right. That's the interaction I'm going to give to you on the show as well as that. Like, let's get interactive. Our WhatsApp numbers are also active. Do want to send us your views and thoughts about it. We'll be coming your way with the newspaper headlines. We'll give you newspaper review segment. And yes, issue concerning the stimulus package. In one of the addresses of His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he made mention that in collaboration with the NBSSI, they are coming to put together a stimulus package. Last week, Tuesday, we had the president launching the stimulus package, a 1 billion stimulus package. What is the focus and catchment areas of the stimulus package? Which businesses are going to benefit from these stimulus packages? And what is the processes? These are the things we'll be looking into. Anastasia Badu will be coming your way subsequently from 8:30, 9 o'clock thereabout, with the one in charge of entrepreneurship and businesses at the MVNSS, Alima, to come and give you a lot of updates on that. Our political reps also be joining us subsequently. And to see you're not going to have the Meet the Press series, we'll be giving you some sports updates on the show. For our sponsors, they are standing by and rooting in. Let's check them out. When we come back, go straight to our newspaper headlines.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
John, Ufini, wow, Eddie, what boy Juma. I check a roofing now, or you fell one cassa from Asatec. Oh, na same roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catcher? Asatec roofing sheet today, and your nice keke with the board dance were a chey and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair baby bray. No new free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now, so the board dance were a zero supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet? No, you tell the summer pepe. Mama poor Asatec money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality and never da feminine. Asatec 5 days pay na wasa kan order na a year after sales service papa binso. Hwehwe Asatec Watema Community 2 Meridian Road e Benkoko Board Warehouse Western Region. So Asatec Watakrade Anaji yene Princeland Hotel and di hwenimu and a Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly kwan so ha.
Supan na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yetu ni baby pa asaso ni so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum nso pa mega mineral water de edanso esan se the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ni atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles. Na wani boswa na ukon donsio wobanya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodowa amount 40 per junction and now 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your girls. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Borges olive oil, the very best always.
Malaria and quadia, no me yakse mixture. Now bet yes, kinky.
They won't any more about a fur, about my flower, about flower in you and the murdering. Jackson have
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and running water. Avoid shaking hands. and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868, or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Felicitation being given to our sponsors there. A welcome I would give to you. You're still watching AM Ghana Breakfast Show on Adoatv Television. Yesterday, I sat on this my honorable platform and I predicted that COVID-19 cases will shoot up to 7,000 by the end of the day. Hello? This morning here we are on AM Ghana. I am glad to announce to you once again that COVID-19 cases in Ghana are surpassed 7,000 and actually wanya enchireba 7,000 and enchireba. We are done with the newspaper headlines. I come and give you what the situation of COVID-19 is like in Ghana. So I give you the kickstart, and when the COVID-19 issues later and its related matters globally and then on the African continent, Sarah Jones will do it on the COVID-19 update with his production team, Anastasia Badu, the producer and director of that particular show. I reserve my comments. Yes, that is it. So we'll be doing it. So as I say that they're not happy with me on my COVID-19 predictions and then projections, it is simple. It is because from where I sit, let me state it categorically on this platform again, that we failed in the fight against COVID-19. We have failed against the fight of COVID-19. It is not on the part of government, but we failed as a people to adhere to all the measures that we've put in place against fighting COVID-19. The recklessness is 100%. The I don't careism is a 200%.
Discipline.
And we are supposed to do everything we want to do is a 300%. So by the time we are done, we have about 500% of not sheer ignorance, but sheer we don't care about COVID-19. So I would support world leaders that are saying that it is a new normal we need to live with. I will support them. And I wouldn't support the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, who was on a platform not long ago somewhere this week that said that COVID-19 to him has come to stay. A man of God, a reputable man of God. It has come to stay. We need to live with it like I live with malaria, like I live with diarrhea. We are living with HIV/AIDS. We are living with tuberculosis, TB, any other chronic. These are things we need to be living with. So you have to live with COVID-19. I was expecting yesterday they'll tell us that probably as Madagascar reached out to Ghana, how far with the efficacies of Madagascar's drug. And so far, I think it's a week that Anastasia announced to us that some herbal medicines have been approved as immune system boost or potential cures for COVID-19. We should know which facilities have used them so far and what the recovery rates are as a result of this. We did not get this thing yesterday. So when somebody sits somewhere, I insult a personality in Ghana because the person challenged the recovery rate. But I think to some extent, I'm now beginning to make some small wisdom in what she was asking. That I'm not sure that if we've been able to chunk out these herbal medicines at them, the batch numbers are there, they were made in large quantities. So by now we should have a lot of recovery cases. But today we are 7,100 plus. By the close of the day, my prediction is very simple. By the close of the day, we should be hitting 7,300.
Let me see your shouting.
By close of today, 7,300. You see, we were here when that June 3rd disaster came. There was this gentleman living in one of the European countries who staked lottery on a crisis in Ghana. That, okay, Ghana will get flooded in the month of June. The guy staked a lotto for like about lottery for like, is it $10 or something? He became a millionaire out of our crisis. That should tell you how unprepared we are. We are not going to enter into the season of rains again. It started in a bit. Gradually, we are going to get there. When we veer off into June, which we are going to veer off after 31st of May, we might not be able to accumulate the quantity or the quantum of heavy rains that is going to come in this country. Let's not forget, major constructions are ongoing at some waterlogged areas, like the one that is happening at Kanishi, the runabout there. It is a problem. It's going to be problematic for us if we are not able to do certain things about it. When I realized that there's an excavator on the Kole, on the tributary there, where the lagoon enters the sea. It's there. They're going to dredge. At the end of the day, for how long are we going to do this? Should we wait and wait? In fact, sarcastically, I speak to people with AM and they tell me that it is because we find ourselves down there. We are the southern part. So everything that comes from the top finds itself to the south. Why can't we then find ways and means to sieve these things? Sieve them. If for nothing at all, we have about 3 major metropolitan assemblies in Ghana. So let's join other MMDCAs. Let's join other people and let's see how collectively we can be sieving these things gradually. I am waiting for that government that has the balls, excuse my language this morning, that can go to Sodom and Gomorrah and evacuate each and every individual there. They should be ransacking. People should be moved from that place. Let's clear the land there. Because the level of waste they are shining there is a problem. When maybe I just went to Abuburushi market to look at what was happening concerning metallic and whatever is happening and how they dump it into the Kole. It is there. That story is there. In fact, it's an Adoatv authority story we did. We'll come again with another expose on the drains, on how we are prepared to it. Look out for it. It's not every day that we need to talk about NDC and MPP. My boss sent something to me on WhatsApp yesterday, and I've been thinking about it this morning. Greetings to you, Senior Reginald Cardinal, and Sir AJ Cardinal Reginald. For the purposes of corona quarantine, he's been made a cardinal in the United States of America. So very soon, after COVID-19, he's going to join the Roman Catholic order and become a cardinal. He can contest for the next pope of it. Good morning to you, Cardinal Reginald and Sir AJ. That we should not allow our dogma, our love for NDC, MPP to make us destroy our country. We need to make this country better for the next generation. Look, for all you know, I don't know where these words came from, but this is what I want to tell you today, that whatever you find yourself doing this morning, have it at the back of your mind that we need to make Ghana a better place for the unborn generation. We need to make Ghana a better place for those that are yet to come. If you have a ward that your ward is 15 years and then below, think about that ward. That in the next 10 years, when that ward is 25 years, the ward shouldn't come to meet what I am meeting today. I saw something on a mother's status, that it is a responsibility of every mother out there to see to it that they groom their male bonds proper so that they don't become like the crop of men they have now in this generation. Mary Jayate said it on her status. One way or the other, irrespective of how insulting it is to us as men in this generation, but I realize that it is something that we need to do. We need to make, in fact, we need to make the situations better for those that are yet to come. Because for me, I am looking forward to live in a post-COVID-19 era whereby I'm going to tell the story of how it wrecked homes, wrecked havoc, and then I've told you something. Jomama said something somewhere when Ebola came during his UN sections, that Ebola has taken away our feel as human beings, the sense of hold, touch. We let it go like that. But trust me, the same repercussions is happening as a result of COVID-19. Now, you can't even hug your girlfriends. You can't hug your boyfriends. That's the most painful aspect of it. I can't hug my girlfriends. There are about 1,001 of them. I can't do it.
Can you imagine the spread?
And yes, we can't do it. We are so scared. And this morning, when I was coming from the house, my star was like, okay, it is high time we have a Veronica bucket in our porch. Because though we have taps flowing down there, we make people wash their hands, but we have to take an extra routine that they wash their hands down there. When they get to the top too, they wash their hands. When you get inside the chamber too, you wash your hands. Because virtually all 4 of us go out and come in.
Yeah.
At any given time. So we need to now even check our own selves against the spread of COVID-19. This is what COVID-19 has done.
And that's the fear. That's the fear, because for some people moving in and out, because now students have come back from. So if you have the situation where you have siblings who are students also, and then they come home, these people are at home and your parents are also at home. If you have your grandparents living with you, these are very vulnerable people we are all trying to protect, because at the end of the day, it is not just about you, but it's about who you're going to infect. The issue of COVID-19 has to do with how strong your immune system is. And of course, if we have very old people living with us, of course you don't want to believe, or you don't want to say or beat your chest that these people have very good immune system to even fight the virus. And so, like you're saying, you have to check yourself. When you go out and you're coming in, it becomes a burden, because now you start thinking that, do I even have the virus? And have I carried it from somewhere? Because you use public transport as well. You touch. Sometimes it is not intentional, but by the time you realize you've already touched surfaces and you even forget to sanitize your hands. Like they're saying, we should sanitize anytime we touch anything, or we hold door handles and stuff. And so people will have to also do that. Make sure they have the means of washing their hands. They shouldn't say that because we are brothers or because we are siblings, when you come, it's normal. And so when you come, you can just move in and do anything. We have to check it, even in our homes. I remember when this thing started, somewhere in March, my dad mentioned that then we'll need a Veronica bucket, and then we'll need soap and then tissue for even ourselves. He didn't even mention that people come in, because he knew that at that point, people will not be coming into the house so much. But he was thinking about those living in the house, even within ourselves. And the fact that I was going in and out of the house because I was coming to work was also a problem. Anytime I'm going home, I become sad, because as I don't even know what I'm going with. And so everybody will have to have that at the back of their minds and make sure we are staying safe. You made mention of one thing that I want to touch on briefly before we go into the newspapers, that COVID-19 has come and is making us forget that there are other serious issues that we're dealing with. For instance, sanitation. The fact that we are to use face masks doesn't mean we should leave all other protocols. People are wearing it wrongly. Even if you're wearing it the right way, at least it will be a plus. But people are wearing it wrongly. You're not supposed to pull it down. People are pulling it down. People are pulling it here. People are using phone call, are making phone calls even in face masks.
Somebody has turned it and it's at the back of the face masks are there.
We are treating it as if they are shades, as if they are spectacles. That is not supposed to happen. You know, we are used to seeing the contractors anytime they are working. There's this thing they use, the one that they use to protect their eyes. That's the one that they put on their foreheads. We shouldn't be treating the face mask as such. We are supposed to wear a face mask and make sure we are doing all the other protocols as well, and we'll be safe. The numbers are increasing because we have all neglected these protocols. If we are doing it, trust me, Reginald, we will not be having all these spread going on in the communities. A lot of them are recording cases, and people are saying that they are not mentioning them. Let us try as much as possible, wear the mask, and do the other protocols as well. It will be fine for all of us. On this note, we'll go to the Daily Graphic, the newspaper headlines, and the big one here on the front page says, government yet to decide on stranded Guineans. 230 ready to foot evacuation bill from South Africa. The government has not yet taken a decision on the evacuation of stranded Ghanaians abroad. A Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Mr. Charles Oredu, has said. However, he said the government had collected a substantial amount of data on such persons from 63 missions abroad, and the process was still ongoing to facilitate any such decision and other supports they might require. Although the Deputy Minister who spoke at the Minister's briefing on the national COVID-19 update in Accra yesterday did not give figures. The Daily Graphic gathered from the Ghana mission in South Africa that about 230 Ghanaians were stranded in that country as a result of the international travel lockdown. In a video chat with the Daily Graphic from his base in Pretoria yesterday, Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, Mr. George A.C. Boateng, said most of the stranded persons were prepared to bear the cost of their flights back home. Of course, there's no place like home. If you be in someone's land or someone's country and you want to come back because you feel that your country will be safer than where you are, of course, they'll do anything to come back home. Fortunately, most of the stranded Ghanaians already have return tickets, he added. And so that is it. If you grab a copy of the Daily Graphic, you can read further into it. And on page 23, 2 armed robbers jailed 100 years. 2 armed robbers jailed 100 years. Atai. And on page 13, no registration of schools without PTA, National Inspectorate Board. And this story is on page 13 of the newspaper for this morning. And quickly reading into it, it says, from September this year, private pre-tertiary educational establishments that do not have parent-teacher associations will not be registered for operation. The National Inspectorate Board, NIB, has said. The move, it said, was to involve parents in decision-making processes of the schools. In an interview with the Daily Graphic, the executive director of the NIB, Dr. Hager Hilda Mpedu, said it was important to have such an important stakeholder as the PTA as it played a key role in the education of their children. For us, education is a collaborative effort, and their PTAs are the key stakeholders in the institution, and they should be included in how education is rendered to their children. And so that is it. On page 20, EC meets political parties today, but NDC declines participation. On page 13, once again, a Fankor landlord remanded. But I don't know if you've heard all about this Fankor landlord shooting incident.
Funny enough, I'm in Ghana. I didn't know that it was a love issue. Somebody that is under quarantine, the Nurses of America, is able to tell me that it is a lot of love.
Love.
Something masculine
man. But should it always be about love? It just tells you the extent at which one will go in order to fight for what they
what they want. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll adapt I'll also share, because you've generalized there. So to what they want. But I think that if you are fighting for something you want, you need to do it within a legal framework and with some caution. With some caution. I was telling a lady friend of mine that recourse is an English word. Sensitivity is another. But being analytical defines most human characters.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right. On the back page of the Daily Graphic, Republic of Korea donates $50,000 relief items to Zongos. And the government of the Republic of Korea has donated relief items valued at $50,000 to Zongo communities in Accra to help alleviate the economic impact of the coronavirus disease. The items, made up of food items and hygiene products, were presented through the Korea International Cooperation Agency's World Friends Korea, a volunteer scheme which contributes to sustainable development all over the world. The hygiene items were 287 gallons of hand sanitizers, 3,600 pieces of reusable masks, 330 packs of detergent powder, and other sanitary items. The food items were also made up of 1,300 bags of 5 kg rice, 1,640 packs of spaghetti, 328 5-liter bottles of cooking oil. 1,300 individuals are to benefit from the donation. And somewhere again at the back page, immigration officers arrest 3 Nigerians for illegal entry. We've been speaking about this day in, day out. Ghanaians should stop these acts. People are helping others get into the country. And it baffles me that we've been hearing about news come up day in, day out anytime these things are being reported, and we get to know that even when they are caught and they are tested, they always test positive. For instance, the 10 Nigerians that got into the country from the north, 10 of them, all 10 tested positive. I don't know why we keep doing these illegal stuff in the country when we ourselves are even battling the disease on a different platform, on a different note. We all have our issues. COVID-19 is a friend of every country now, and so we have to help ourselves. That is it for the Daily Graphic. You can grab a copy for yourself.
All right, let's move to Ghana's favorite newspaper, the Daily Guide. And then we have chaos in NDC over new register. Chaos in NDC over new register. And then we have Obini begging Kennedy for forgiveness. Begging, quote and unquote. Killer landlord remanded. Killer landlord remanded. And then we have Malian petition CID over harassment. Now let's go to page 6 to check out some of the stories. We have Daniel Obini. No, let me start from Parliament denies MPs COVID-19 results. Parliament denies MPs COVID-19 results. Parliament has categorically denied claims that 2 members of Parliament, MPs, and 13 staff of the legislature have tested positive for COVID-19 after a mandatory screening exercise last week. The Director of Public Affairs, Kate Addo, said no such report had been made known to Parliament as carried out by some media houses. Parliament would like to state categorically that the results of the test are not yet known, and so the report by Star FM is not true. Parliament would therefore like to urge starfmonline.com to withdraw the said report and update its audience with relevant information to the effect that the results from the test are unknown to Parliament, she stated. Addressing a news conference at Parliament yesterday, the Public Affairs Director indicated that the confidentiality protocol is that people who test positive will be called directly by the testing team. We haven't received any information that any member of Parliament or staff has got such a call. Therefore, it is putting matters ahead of their own schedule, she stated. We want to state that as an institution, we are very cautious about dealing with either the possible introduction or spread of the disease. We have taken all the precautionaries to ensure that not only our members and staff are safe, but also all of us who come here as journalists and visitors as well, and therefore such a report tends to create fear and panic. The medical director of Parliament, Prince Bampo, said 690 people, including MPs, were screened out of the targeted 700 people for the first 3 days of the exercise. Mr. Bampo said contact tracing is an integral part of the management process, and it's therefore a need for contact tracing the individuals who will be elected, adding that let's not see the negative parts of all these. This is coming from Parliament. Obini begging Kennedy for forgiveness. It's turning out that controversial pastor Daniel Obini, my good friend, is reportedly making attempts to go on his knees before firebrand politician Kennedy Ohene Okompreko Ejapon to let issues rest. The administrator of Obinim's church, Reverend Kojo Edubuahene, said on Kasapa in Accra that they were seriously considering the mediation between the founder of the International God's Way Church, the angel himself, and the member of Parliament for Asin Central. It is not out of place at all, the administrator said, adding, we would do that and ensure we settle this amicably. At least, over the past days, we've had lots of people calling and asking us to find ways of settling this with Kennedy Ohene Okompreko Japan. And we are seriously considering this. They are seriously considering this. In related issues, Kennedy is still on it that he's going to deal. He's going to deal with Daniel Obini. So this is what the front page of the newspaper looks like. Grab a copy and read further into it. And this one is from the Chemso Adoatv in progress. Work on an Adoatv project at the Chemso in the Menchia South constituency in Kumasi. It's progressing. The project is a brainchild of Matthew Upoku Prempe, nicknamed Napo, the Member of Parliament for the constituency, who doubles up as our very own Minister for Education. So, my good friends in the champ, so very soon I'm going to have an Astro Steph whereby when I come to Kumasi, we would go and play football there. That is all for the daily guide. You play football? Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. I do. Which one? Is it a game or? No, the one you play with the leg. The one you play with the leg. That Asamajan has been playing. That's why Asamajan. Will you use wheels or something? No, I use hockey stick. Hockey stick game. Maybe. Frank, I don't know. I didn't hear what you said. Well, I'll be looking forward to that day. Anyway. Giving me fans. Celeste is giving me fans. Yeah, I know, like we believe in you. You know where I got where Asamajan got the name from. Where? When we used to play jangulation on the park. Then when you play the ball, you do the jangulation like that. That's what you can do. Then we call it so that's why you got the name Monko. With the dance and the dance, yeah. Okay, I'll be looking forward to some of your shots. So when Coach finally does the interview, he's supposed to do it as Asamajan. He's going to give me shout-outs. You get it? Really? Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm sure Selassie is also... There's one position I've been playing a lot. I play full five a lot. Pardon? You know where full five starts? No. You don't even know. Where is it? Go and ask your dad and then ask your brother, Peter. Our dad doesn't know how to play football. He likes it a lot. Maybe Peter knows how to play, so I'll ask Peter. Peter should be able to tell you where full five stands. He's watching, so please text it to me and let me know, or explain it to me. Let me know. Tell your sister where full five stands. If you're not able to show your sister where full five stands, don't send me text messages after one reading. Yeah. Well, that is it for the daily guide. And quickly moving to some business information from the BNFT, one that serves you with business every day. It says aviation's dilemma: to open or not to open. Revenue shortfall now over 90%. GCAA airport company may require government bailout. Staff proceed to leave without pay. Non-critical projects suspended. And this is on page 3 of the paper. Feature says public debt higher than Bank of Ghana's 59.3%. Can't defy gravity without Bank of Ghana. In Africa, the union with Africa is now more essential than ever. Page 5 has details of the story. And on COVID-19 and the economy, coronavirus worsens debt sustainability fears. Debt to GDP hits 59.3%. Primary balance contracts to 3.4%. Total revenue only 2.7% of GDP. And it says the macroeconomic data of the country is flashing red light signals of danger ahead, as it is showing rising debt levels against shortfalls in revenue amid the impact of coronavirus pandemic, thereby worsening fears that the economy is at high risk of debt distress. The summary of economic and financial data May 2020 shows that in March, the very month Ghana recorded its first case of the novel coronavirus. The public and continuation is on page 2 of the newspaper. GCNet to shut down on Monday. Tremanting assures stakeholders of smooth operations. Ghana Community Network Service Limited, GCNet, is set to shut down its operations at the nation's ports to finally give way for Unipass, now integrated customs management systems, to take over single window operations at the port. In a series of letters written to the existing vendors and various port stakeholders, the Acting Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, has instructed that from Monday, June 1, 2020, all transactions without exception in respect of import-export shall only be processed from ICOMS. In view of this directive, a GCNet source has revealed that the company is in the preparation to shut down in accordance. And page 3 of the newspaper has continuation of this story. At the back page, so this is the front page. You have it on your screens. And at the back page of it, Beverage Awards go virtual with ceremony. And Global Finance names EcoBank most innovative bank in Africa. Diamond Cement Group fulfills 5,000 bags pledge to COVID-19 fund. And that sums it up for the BNFT, the Business and Financial Times, Africa's leading provider of business information. Over to you, Reginald. Yeah, I was trying to read an article and I got interested in it. let's go to the most authoritative newspaper, the Ghanaian Times. I have one of my very own girlfriends at the front page of the newspaper, Miss Shelley Ayoko Boji, Member of Parliament for Anya Sotum constituency, and also happens to be my very own beautiful foreign affairs minister and regional integration. Yes, beautiful woman, Iron Lady, I call her. Will evacuate stranded Ghanaians home. Will evacuate stranded Ghanaians home. And as I read this article earlier, I have just smiling, ever beautiful Miss Shelley Na Ayoko Boche at the front page of the Ghanaian Times. The story is on page 12 of the newspaper. We have GC net to shut down on Monday as ICUMs takes over. The story is on page 20. COVID-19 confirmed cases now. I beg you, Ghanaian Times. I'm sure you printed the front page yesterday. Please, so I'll mention it. I'll mention it.
Oh, you can update it for them.
No.
You won't update it for them.
I won't do it for them. They don't pay me for that. Adwa pays me. So, please.
But it's information we are giving to our viewers.
Yeah,
so
but this information is wrong information.
Sure.
And that's why earlier I gave that we are 7,000 plus. This one is even not close to 7,000. Please. So I won't mention it for them. I don't work for Ghanaian Times. I work for Adwa. Adwa pays me. My salary does not delay. Let's come to page 12 of the newspaper. President swears in Mensa Bonzo Kulendi as Supreme Court justices. Please, it is Supreme Court judges are not, we call them justices. They are the justices of the Supreme Court, please. On page 12, the story says that President His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has sworn into office Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonzo, a professor of law, and Emmanuel Yoni Kulendi, a successful legal practitioner, as new justices of the Supreme Court at a separate ceremonies at the Jubilee House in Accra. Yesterday, the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo urged the new justices to enhance the quality of the work of the Hippos Court with their rich experiences in the legal field. Professor Mensah Bonzo has enjoyed a successful career in the fields of academia, female activism, international relations, public service, and religious engagement. She is the director of the Legon Center for International Affairs and Diplomacy, member of the Legal Committee for the Ghana National Commission on Children, member of the Board of Ghana Methodist Ghana, president of the Ghana Academy of Arts and Science, among other positions. Justice Kulendi is also a successful paralegal practitioner who has earned considerable respect in the legal profession. President Akufo-Addo described his appointment as a personal experience, indicating that Justice Kulendi had his pupillage at his chamber, Akufo-Addo, Prempe and Co., and cutting his teeth in his early days at the bar. President Akufo-Addo said the appointment of the two legal luminaries, which came on the heels of encouragement with the Judicial Council of State and with approval of Parliament, would help strengthen the development of the court's jurisprudence and case law. He advised the Supreme Court not to follow decisions of any court, including its own, and entreated the justices of the court to prove sound knowledge of the law. This is what caught my attention when I was reading this. So that should tell you that if Akufo-Addo had gotten an appointment earlier as a judge, he should now be a Supreme Court justice by now. Interesting. And I love the fond experience that we are sharing together here. 2 convoys donate 10 ventilators to fight COVID-19. 2 convoys donate 10 ventilators to that. So we have the senior minister receive them from the founder and chief executive officer of P Wood Limited, Mr. Edu. So senior, for sure, senior minister. It's been a while, anyways. That is all for the Ghanaian Times. This is what the front page of the Ghanaian Times looks like. 3,000 Ejiso grabbing rice farmers to benefit from MOFA subsidized inputs. 3,000 Ejiso grabbing rice farmers to benefit from more subsidized inputs. That is all for the Ghanaian Times.
The New Crusading Guide on pages 3 and 10. Ghana first CEO hot as 538 contractors chase him over 93 billion 844,977.66 Ghana cedis. I am not a land guard. Aikai Doblo's 2 land caretaker fires at James Ashialaye and Alhaji Showumi Williams. Also, Trobo constituency seats, delegates route for incumbent, moved by massive infrastructural development. Elsewhere, GC nets to switch off system. Trade Minister Alan Tremantin, and the details of it is also on page 3 of the newspaper. On page 10, public debt higher than Bank of Ghana's 59.3% claim, says Seth Tekbe. And this is the front page of the New Crusading Guide. Moving to the front page of the back page, Sports Crusade, 6 times Asamoah helped society with his project. That is the only story at the front page of the back page of the Sports Crusade. And that is it. You can grab a copy at any newsstand and read further, and then some more also in the newspaper.
All right, let's come to the Daily Statesman. Asase Radio 99.5 FM set to take over the airwaves. The story is on page 2. Asase FM, the voice of our land, they say. Interesting. Salas, you know the owner, right? No, you don't know. I'll see me after the show, I'll tell you. EC can't be blamed for your incompetence. Sami Ewuku, my good friend, tells the NDC. Now, this one is on page 2. The law must always prevail. President tasked new Supreme Court justices to uphold the rule of law. Uphold the rule of law. Story is on page 2 of the newspaper. This is what the front page of the newspaper looks like. Sports events in March caused increased suffering and deaths. 2 major sporting events held in March caused increased suffering and death. The scientist leading the UK's largest COVID-19 tracking project has said. I believe during the sports review segment, Coach Sam Kusi Apia come and give us updates on this one. Asai Sami Kofor reveals 2 things he regrets in his life. So if you want to know the things he regrets in his life as a footballer, a panelist, and what have you, come and watch sports update, and then Coach Kusi Apia will give you that.
The last but not least newspaper, The Chronicle, Kundowe Sizu, Spear of the Nation and the True Independent. On the front page, this story can be found on pages 3, 7, and 12. 45 health workers test positive for COVID-19 in Central Region. Also, MFWA boss Mahama is coming back for what? This is the question Suleiman Brahim, Executive Director of MFWA, is asking. Elsewhere, Methodist minister wants elections 2020 postponed. And COA FS has not been approved as cure for COVID-19. This is from management. And somewhere else from the presidency, President swears in no nonsense Henrietta. And so there's a picture of Justice Henrietta Mensah Bonsu taking the oath of office. And NEIP boss makes strong case for Ejisu seat. This is the front page. Have it there on your screen. At the back page of the Chronicle, Holyfield open to fighting Mike Tyson for charity, and Mourinho was the coach who best managed my head, Fabregas. And last with sports, Lyon to sue over French League One cancellation, claim clubs could lose up to 900 million euros. And that is it for the sports news on the Chronicle. The quotation for the day, 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. For God's nonsense is wiser than human wisdom, and God's weakness is stronger than human strength. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. And that makes it for the Chronicle and the newspaper headlines as well.
All right. Let me say that on behalf of a law student, that is my friend, Nathaniel Tulu, he says he wants to say a big congratulations to Justice Henrietta Bonsu. Justice Henrietta Bonsu on her appointment as a Supreme Court Justice. Let me say a very big congratulations to you. It's on behalf of my law friend, law student friend. Law student friend. He's not a lawyer yet. He's a student lawyer. Student lawyer. That's the legal way we call them. Student lawyer. His name is Nathaniel Tolu. Nathaniel Tolu. Thank you. So that is it. COVID-19 cases in Ghana. Let's check it out right now. This is why I give you that update of COVID-19. So let's pull it up right now. We're going to have the situation of COVID-19. So our confirmed cases stands at 7,117. 7,117. So the numbers for today is very simple. You can stake 7117. Or you can stake 7117 single one. Today is midweek. Partial. You win. The numbers for today are very simple. 7,117. So stake 71. Single 17. And then, no, it's not single 17. Which has been challenged to? Oh.
That's a whole try. Why are you giving?
Mema, I'm sure. My predictions now they work. So 71, 17, and then single one. I know that Joshua has taken his red pen. He's doing the calculation already.
Today,
it is on the today the event numbers are very simple. It is 71, 17, single one. All right, let's come to our recovery cases. It stands at 2,317. 2,317 for the death there. We are so sorry. We apologize for these families that have lost their dear ones. They stand at 34. 34. When it comes to regional distribution, out of the 17,000, Accra and Kotin is having over 5,000.
5,008.
5,008 cases in
Greater Accra region.
Ashanti region,
1,085.
1,085.
1,085.
Western region is
344.
344. Now let's come down to the central region. Central region is 377.
337.
108.
Central region is 337.
It's 337.
Yes,
I said 337.
You said 377.
I said 337.
Okay.
337. Went to GIG. They didn't teach you that.
No, I didn't go there. I beg. It wasn't figures. I beg.
Now let's come to the eastern region. We have 108 in the eastern region. The western north region, we have 62. Volta region, we have 69. 59, it's 59. 59. Northern region, 36. OT, 26. Upper East region is also 26. Upper West is 22. Northeast region 2, and Savannah has confirmed its first case. 1. Bono 1.
Ahafo 0.
Bono East 0.
Region.
So I'm so sorry for the Savannah people. So as it stands now, it's just 2 regions out of the 16 regions.
That
First it was 4. Now
2 of them have 1-1.
1-1.
Right now, this can be managed very well, so it doesn't spread.
Yeah, I'm grateful that, but I'm no more grateful. The Northeast region was 1, but it has become 2. 2. That is our fear. You see, I was telling someone that we were not considerate about our death rate. Oh, it's marginal. It's small. And ask, look at where Accra is and every region surrounding Accra. That should tell you how COVID-19 has flooded the southern zone of Ghana. It's very simple.
Yeah.
So each and every day, where the cases are going up, within this enclave, there's still community spread within that enclave. So when you come all the way from the western region through the central region, you enter Greater Accra, you enter the Volta region, you go to OT, you come to the Ashanti region. These enclaves, these areas is hotspots, flashpoints for COVID-19. We are never going to reduce the cases we are having if we don't check the rate at which our community spread is going. And now we've lost it. And it will also surprise you to know that as we've recorded 34 death cases in Ghana, 33 Ghanaians have died in New York City. 33 Ghanaians on New York City. I'm telling you. If you don't have relatives in New York, this is the time you need to have a relative in New York. So Shaggy can relate. Cardinal Reginald can relate. Selassie can relate. Anastasia, you can't relate. Family members are at Ashali Butri. That is where they are. So this is it. So that is our update for COVID-19 that we have there for you quickly. I am going to take a quick breather. When we come back, there's more for you. You have messages.
We've not got it, but let me still go through it and see
if we have
any coming through from Facebook. Of course, you know that there will be one person who will send a message no matter what. Okay, so we have one from Ejabata Adenta Accra. It says a summary of Nana Akufo-Addo's governance is gross failure, lies, deceit, visionlessness and viciousness. The current EC is working according to the agenda of the MPP, so they may be right in their current activity, but they should remember that individually they will be held responsible for any miscarriage. Hashtag and it goes votes, blah, 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 and then that is it. Also, Positive Change Medina from Positive Change Medina Accra, limiting the qualification to register as voter in this year's new voter registration exercise with only a Ghanaian passport and Ghana card is a recipe for disaster, and it should not be encouraged in any way, anytime and at any given day. Regard to lawyer Francis Osuke, next MP4, and these are the messages we've gotten so far on our Facebook page. Thanks so much for sending your messages. You can still get interactive as a newspaper review segment goes on. Send in, and then you can send to our Facebook and then our WhatsApp number 0509257753. We are going on a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you. The newspaper review segment is next with Reginald Robertson. Don't go anywhere.
One peswa ho no mono eho etisenye brodon so ho awoten eho so etisenye o memuna nkasa woten no eho so etisen eni insem bi diko insem bi editie timemufo etipentokwato santene kwoto aba wo hwe ni mo kwan se aka kendifo obeyi won ebetumi aboa amomman no etumi etumpon eso akendifo ebegidwa no etena so a na chese sebia so timemufo to a wotua no wode wasa wonsrem insem bi diko insem bi editie we intine ho behia se memende biada wobrabo nonkron ewo wudon no so sei ken woni me ebedi ehia ewo Adoatv kasafidie so wobra yeto nsa aframanyofo a wodamanyo semo akotin wona biahye wonim diankasa etwetwe nkomo wobra yeto nsa afam umahye bedwemni no mensini crash wo honom ebetutu na no na achesen sema edika editie no ya toto ho sere ene abasa ewo kasafidie eso me a metine dwemu edigimedi ho chiame edi amede so ene political baby face.
Gatling got away brilliantly, and he's ahead of the field at the moment. And Bolt going very near. Comes Usain Bolt.
Join me, Samuel Kusi Apia, every Monday at 8 p.m. on Adoatv as I bring you good things from the world of sports.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
John, what's in you? Wow, Eddie, what boy Juma. I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, now Simon, roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catch you? Asatek roofing sheet dear, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and rinache. They want to call us a hood of a fair bray. No one free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now, so the bodan swa a zero supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet? No, we try the salmon pepe. Mama poor Asatek when you're there. One of my technical advice na estimate free. Our professional installers and so I want your on-site installation. Ni boss crowd dafon pa. Oh yes, quality ni bo dafemine. Asatek 5 days pay na unsa kan order. Na a year after sales service proper bin so. Hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Ebenkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region so Asatek Watakrade Anaji, Yeni Princeland Hotel and the Shenimu. And a Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwano so wa.
Super na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yetu ni baby pa asaso ni so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum nso pa mega mineral water de edanso esan se the modern technology so na ye ede na nkabia ni atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles mu na wani bosua na okon donsio wo benya mega purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodowa amount 40 per junction and afre 05070554009 and 055392108 mega purified mineral water akona kono.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Borges olive oil, the very best always.
Welcome back from the beginning, still watching AM Ghana Breakfast Show here on Adoatv Television. My name remains to be Reginald Roberts. Go to the newspaper review segment. Now, the appointment of Supreme Court justices and judges, what do we have to say? The president is saying that they should do what to uphold the law. I see told that there's all the time a room for the rule of law. So in their discharge of their mandate as Supreme Court justices, they need to enhance our legal framework in this country. Let's look at how it's going to impact our nation and generally the respect for rule of law in this country. Let's look at how Ghanaians are faring at diaspora and the need for us to come and bring because at the end of the day, some of them are homeless as a result of COVID-19. Some don't have money. The Foreign Affairs Ministry is saying that they're going to bring them in phases. So we're going to have phase one of people that are ready, available, have their monies to come in. The second phase are going to have students and also those two that are on conferences, on government call, also coming. It will come down to people that do not have anything at all and cannot even afford the air ticket. We would also have to move them in gradual movements like that. Those that can afford their quarantine to will look into. Come look about political issues. Yesterday we were talking about the fact that the NDC boycotting the IPAC meeting that is slated for today. We'll look into it and see if there's a different twist, if there's a change of heart towards the meeting. We'll look at it. Now finally, to how has COVID-19 really been treated? And whilst the numbers are escalating, people are fervently waiting that the ban will be lifted on social gathering and also public gatherings so that we'll go back to our normal religious activities and what have you. These are things we'll be looking into this morning. Stick and stay with me for the next 1 hour as we digest these matters and its related issues. I have with me a former constituency chairman of Adam. I call him the 4K, quadruple K, because it's in the person of Kenneth Kabu, Kofi Kano. How are you doing?
I'm doing extremely great.
I don't know whether I should speak Adam. The few I can speak is
Kongeke.
Oh,
that's good. That's good. You should learn Adam.
Funny, I can speak Krobo small, but yes. I went to Goy some time ago.
Oh, Goy.
Yes, and they were speaking Adam, and I realized that it's very deep more than the Krobo we speak.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We really thought Krobo is more deeper than Adam.
Okay. For where I say, I realize that Krobo is easier.
Okay, because you are acquainted with the
Krobo.
So that's
yeah. Anyway, my grandmother and my paternal side happens to be from Somania.
Okay.
So
okay.
we speak a bit of Krobo. So
you have to.
Wangebo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How's the constituency doing? One. And how is the party also faring? It seems that COVID-19, like I was telling you the other time you came, that has really put a lot of stale on our political activities. But it seems that now that it is made known that 7th December elections would hold, people are trying to do their own small ways of trying to have their regroupings and then reignitement, though there's a ban on political activities. But how is the party faring at your end?
Thank you very much. Let me seize this opportunity to say good morning to your cherished viewers. Let me say good morning to the good people of Ada and the president, inshallah, who will be elected 7th January 2020.
You're talking about John Dramani Mahama?
I'm talking about...
Okay. I was thinking you're referring to His Excellency President.
No. I'm talking about the man with the vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I think COVID had played a very serious role in terms of our political activities. But we have one of the most workaholic MP ever, in the person of Mrs. Comfort Doyokudu Gansa, who happened to be the second deputy chief whip in Parliament, and she is the MP of Ada. Look, this woman is working assiduously to making sure that at least the PPEs, the hand sanitizers, the face masks and others are being given to every Tom, Dick and Harry within the constituency. So she is doing extremely great. And I think last she managed to provide about 27 infrared for all assembly members to be checking their electoral areas, anybody who enters there. She is doing extremely great. As part of the political activity, we've not started the political activity because we've been told not to be gathering more than 25. So we are abiding by that rule. But I think last 2 weeks, she managed to go to the overbank. Adan has a lot of overbanks, about 4 overbanks. We call a place called Tuyani. We have Azizanpe, we have Pediator Kopi, and others. She managed to just go there.
So Kopi means village. Okay, because I know Ukanse Kopi.
Ukanse Kopi. If you know Ukanse Kopi, then that's one of my village.
Okay.
I'm from a Kabia. And they're all Kabias. We are from Ukanse Kopi. So she managed to be doing that. Recently, she was able to provide 5 communities with pipe bomb water. This shows the work this woman is doing. Ada happened to be the World Bank of NDC, and it will never change, because successive MPs that comes try as much as possible to add up to things that the constituencies are looking for. And with this woman, she's done extremely more than.
But Kenneth, with my 2 occasions that I've had interactions with you, I think that you make a fine MP someday. Have you considered it?
A lot of people were saying it, but I've not yet made. When this woman leaves the scene, you know, when somebody in our palace, local palace, we normally say anybody who try to climb a good tree needs to be pushed.
Yeah.
And I think this woman is doing extremely great. So I tried as much as possible to push her. And anytime she says, I'm no more going, I'll just go and seek her blessing if I can. Then I'll just start from it. For now, she's not indicated that she's not standing for election again. So we are waiting. When the time comes, at the appropriate time, I'll announce my interest.
That is good. That is good. That is good. Kudos to her and the good job she's doing for the good people of Adam. Funny enough, the MPP communication officer for Adam is a friend of mine, Alex Tete. He's the face of MPP on Thursdays on the yes. He comes on Thursdays.
Okay.
One day we should have a Adam retrospect.
Oh yeah.
Whereby you're going to have quadruple K, 4K, and then Alex Tete, who also is a double A, also come in and let's see just oppose the works of the NDC and what the MPP is seeking to do in Adam.
Very good. I will be more happy to just pair with. I think at first we will normally appear on Oboni TV on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And on Thursdays, I'm a regular panel member at Oboni TV on Thursdays. So I'll be more happier if you can just shift it on Friday or Wednesday.
Okay.
There I can make time for him.
That is good. That is
I
good.
will be more
That is good. We'll do time. My producers to work on it and see how best we can have Adam in retrospect.
That's good.
And what we are going to have a OT region in retrospect. Richard Manurobi and also Alhaj Janfari, also from OT region. We are going to have OT in retrospect. I think that we've done Wejagba retrospect before, so we'll continue. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Carl JC Apia for the selection he does, and also to Mauli, 2 of the NDC for his own allocations too that they do for you. I'm most grateful. Let's go straight to the conversation. Let me start with the lighter side of it. Not it's a lighter side, but like it's major. Before I come to the evacuation issue, the president sworn in 2 Supreme Court justices. He's done earlier some weeks ago. He did the second part, and Professor Anita Bunsu and Justice Uni Kulinde are the second part he did yesterday. He's called for the upliftment of rule of law. He's called for them to see to it they enhance the legal framework in the country. What do you have to say to our legal system in Ghana and the crop of people that we are now putting in as Supreme Court justices, and largely how rule of law is faring in this dispensation in Ghana?
Thank you very much. You are Rich, right?
I'm Reginald.
Reginald. Okay. I think it's part of the constitutional mandate of a president to make sure that at least our Supreme Court judges have a certain ceiling. And if the president deem it fit that he needs to appoint some people to those positions, I have no beef about it. But when you have a political tag on some judges, there I had a problem. I quite remember during the time of President Kufuor, the same admonitions are being given to all judges. I quite remember the case between Tachuchi Kata and the states, where this current president was flogged twice by Tachuchi Kata. And by then, the former president, J. Kufuor, was by then at Switzerland. And he said when he comes, the table will turn. When he came, he beefed up the bench with 2 Supreme Court justices. I mean, Justice Afrenku. And when they came, they happened to turn the table. If political twist is not added to it, I don't have any problem with it. But look, you have a justice like Justice Honega, whereby we heard him saying that the president needs to be re-elected.
He apologized for it.
He apologized, but at least he said it.
Yeah,
Abundance of the heart, the man speaks. And with that one, he can just apologize. But look, you are going to occupy a certain position, whereby you have to dispensate any cases that comes to you. You should devoid any politics or any tribal sentiment with it. He should be neutral. I had problem with that. But look, when you get there and you try as much as possible to just play to the gallery of your appointee, it becomes a problem to you, the judge. I don't have any problem with one of my best women in terms of the legal fraternity. Current issues Justice Henrietta Mensah. I don't have any problem with them. I quite remember during the reconciliation committee set up by President Kufuor in 2001, if my memory serves me right. She played a very lead role, making sure that we reconcile our past mistakes. I'm happy about it. Let's come to somebody like Honi Kulendi.
Before you go there, she made a major strive to during a time in the Ayawaso West Short Commission. She did a phenomenal job.
She is a class that everybody needs to just emulate. I don't care if she belongs to any political party. She dispensates her decisions based on facts and accuracy. So I don't have any problem about it. Let's take somebody like my own friend Kulendi. Kulendi happened to be a boy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Everybody knows that he was part of those who tried as much as possible for the election petition. He played a lead role, but then he had a backbench trying to push things. And we know Kulendi with our current president, their relationship as his boy.
He affirmed that he's had his heydays with him in his chambers.
Yes, he's been trained by Nana Addo. I don't have any. Look, I will be more happier that anybody who's been sent there to do justice to our cases do that without any political affiliation. I don't have any problem. We pray to God that the good God give them the strength that they remove any political lenses in their eyes and just give rulings when it's due.
People have argued that to devoid these references you've made, like in the case of Chacho Chikata, in the case of even what Onunga went to said and what have you, it would be better that we leave the Judicial Council, give them a solely constitutional mandate on appointment and selections of the Supreme Court justice, but not only in consultation with cabinet and then Council of Elders. What have you? The people have argued.
Yeah, I think I always say there are some positions that we should decouple politics with it. For example, when you take the police council, I always say that we should decouple politics with it.
So we should remove the vice president.
We should remove the vice president. We should remove any political, apart from the minister of
Interior,
who need to play a role because it's part of his jurisdiction, so he can play a role. But the president shouldn't intervene.
But commander-in-chief of the
Ghana Armed Forces. You see, that's where we had our problem. Because as we sit, if today you become the the president, and you've been given the same mandate that you have the right to appoint and disappoint, the only thing that you can do is for you to look for your favorites and just push them within the Adoatv that we are in. I'm sure you know a lot of people who have a certain mindset in terms of security that you'll be more happier to work with them.
Selassie.
Very good. Maybe Selassie may be one. But look, we are talking about a nation whereby when you attack a political appointment to a position like an IGP, everybody knows him. That, hey, this guy was appointed by the president because of ABC.
So it's good to do his bidding.
Very good. And as we speak, anything that the IGP speaks, it becomes like a political appointee. So let's forget about him. But I want us to decouple politics with it. For example, let's take another one, education. I always say education, health. These are two institutions that we shouldn't add politics to it. If our education is being attached with politics, you know what is happening now in our education sector? A lot of politics going on there. Why can't we decouple that one and allow the technocrats to just appoint those that they felt that they can manage our education system for us? If you do that, you'll be happy. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Moreover, when you go to a place, another sector is the health. We had a health minister who had no knowledge about health. We had, even by then, all the ministers that we had by then had no knowledge about health. But we have to appoint them because they played
it's time for
during,
appointment
during our campaign. So we have to give them a position. It was just last month that our friend Okoboy was just appointed as the Deputy Minister for Health to at least help. But then we're having a serious problem. And if you check all the health sector, we had a serious problem because we don't have anybody who had knowledge. That's why we have the technocrats. There are sometimes when the technocrat speaks, we can't take it a hook, line, and sinker and say, yes, they've spoken, so let's go and work with it. But if you have somebody who had the know-how, the technical know-how about the field that has been appointed to, you realize things work. And I'm more happy when Okoboy happened to be the deputy minister. I'm very happy for him. You know, there are some positions we shouldn't add politics to it.
Okay, so likewise for the appointments of the justices too. So you support those who are calling for the decoupling.
100%.
Okay, so that is it. I'm very grateful that we've made this one.
And moreover, when you get there, who appoints? The one who appoints becomes it's not the Attorney General. He becomes the Chief Justice, and the Chief Justice has been appointed by the President. Another problem, another big issue that we all need to work on.
Look at so that I think that is why Mills, in his wisdom, called for a constitutional review committee.
Yes.
But I believe that they had some sections of the Constitution that they think needed an urgent review, but they didn't look at the too much power invested in executive.
That is, you see, the framers of the Constitution by then, I'm sure, did not envisage that we'll get to a certain position whereby people will be crying for some position to be decoupled. Because within me, I believe that if the need may be, why can't we at least leave the legal sessions to those who need to deal with the legal framework? Ghana Legal Council is there. They can just appoint some people. They just need to be scrutinized by Parliament again. Let's see if they fit to occupy those positions. Then just go ahead.
Because, you know, I realize that though our legal system is robust, but if I take Burundi for instance, and some other African countries I have worked with or had chance to observe even their elections, final election results are declared or announced by competent court of jurisdiction.
Yep.
So the Electoral Commission only comes with provincial results. When they are done, they send it to court with every other corresponding document, and then there's a ruling on it that, okay, you are the president-elect as a result of these elections. It is not so in our case.
You know, I think the mandate of the Electoral Commission is being spelled in our Constitution.
Exactly.
And nobody argued about it. So far as it's not been argued in any competent jurisdiction, nobody has anything to say about it. But if we should, and look, when the what's the name of Nigeria, but then they were having some problem with the electoral reforms, and a professor was given the mandate to run the election. Everybody praised the professor. The same thing may happen in Ghana. But if you have an electoral system where the one that is being appointed had a political gown known to everybody, it becomes a problem. Anything that the Electoral Commission says, we'll have a problem with it.
Okay, I'm grateful that we've been able to land a legal conversation to veer into politics. Let's come into our next issue concerning the NDC boycotting the IPAC meeting slated for today. I spoke about it with my guest on the show, and we ended by saying that we are praying that overnight, the Electoral Commission probably will find reason in what the NDC is saying, that there's no need to have the meetings in groupings, in two separate groups. Let's have it in one entity so we can make one resolution. At the end of it, this is what we've agreed to do. And the representation that the Electoral Commission is calling for, that we need just one person to represent one party, is a non-starter for the NDC. At least the general secretaries and then the chairpersons or national chairmen for the party should also be together and then go for these meetings. And they also propose for even a bigger space. If you are saying that 25 people cannot hold in one room, Has there been a change of heart overnight? The meeting is today.
Yeah, as I speak to you, we've not taken any change of mind. We are still holding on to our old stand that we are not going to participate in today's meeting at IPAC. The reason being that, I think you've spelled it out already. The reason being that in IPAC, you can't tell me one person needs to represent a political party. And look, when you take the list, how it's been organized, MPP is different, a day different, NDC is different. And look, the major political parties are having different days. And we are saying, no, it can't be possible. Because look, we need to listen to MPP, what MPP is saying. MPP need to listen to NDC, the two major political parties. We need to listen to both of them, what they are saying, so that at least we can make an input to it. But this is the situation whereby you are telling us that, look, we should present one person to represent NDC. And we say, no, it's impossible. Assuming we get there, and an issue like an IT issue need to pop up. We have an IT expert who normally attends IPAC meeting with us. You are saying we should go there with him.
Your IT director, Griffiths.
Yes, Griffiths. You are saying,
good morning to him.
Don't go there with an IT guy. Come with either your chairman or your general secretary. What is going to be discussed? And sometimes when you listen to, the poster of the Electoral Commission, the three musketeers at the Electoral Commission.
Who are the three musketeers?
Oh, Adoatv, Bosman, and the election director. They are the three musketeers. And Adoatv is Jane.
I know Jane is, yes, I know she's Adoatv.
Yes.
But the second deputy is whose name really?
Bosman.
No, I know Bosman, the other deputy. The director of elections, you mean?
It is Dr. Shribo. No.
Shribo, they call him.
No. Dr. something.
Yes. Salasi, find out for me. Yeah.
You see, the action and inaction of these three musketeers, being an agent for the re-election of the 77-year-old man, becomes problematic.
You see, I want to know where the problem is with the electoral commissioner, her deputies, and the commission as a whole. The electoral commission's composition, we have the chairperson and other 6 deputies. In addition, making 7 people manning the commission. We have civil servants who work there as directorate and what have you. Why is just 3 people becoming a problem to the NDC and also looking at the work of the Electoral Commission holistically?
Have you ever listened to the poster of these 3 before, the 3 musketeers?
I have heard them on platforms, yes. Bossman is a friend to Adwa, so anytime we want electoral matters being discussed, he gives us that.
And you heard what he said about NDC before?
When he was a lecturer?
When he was a lecturer, but then he was a patron of TESCOM. He's a patron of TESCOM. And when he was elected, he said NDC is a threat to Ghana democracy. If you have somebody who happened to be the deputy commissioner who tells you, assuming your MD here, tells you are a threat to Adoa, will you be happy to sit with your man? You not. Look, with Bosman issue, everybody knows the stand of all of them. Adoatv happened to be an MPP member. Who don't know? Who dine and wine with Akufo-Addo every day?
But we've been in this country and we've seen all these things. Why haven't we challenged legally their legitimacy to hold the position, since they are supposed to be fair and neutral in the game?
From day one, when their names have been mentioned, when their names were mentioned, we complain about it,
but not challenge it legally.
Look, why should you? Look, you can't go to a court and go and challenge a position that is being given by a president. You cannot. When you go to court, you flop. Because look, the president appoints and can dismiss. And if a president says today, you go ahead, for example, the police council, nobody can send you to court. So far as you are 18 and with a sound mind, if within the presidency, anybody who can stand for president is just 40 years with a sound mind. We are not talking about your education background. We are not talking if you have any knowledge within the security sector. You are just appointed. You'll be there. Look, what word didn't we hear from Adukwe again? That sometimes our general secretary doesn't respect because they went to IPAC and our general secretary was laughing. Look, at least with the greatest respect to every reasoning Ghanaian, if you are having a meeting and I decide to laugh because of the action that you do take, does it amount to me not?
But it's highly inciting that you come to a meeting I've called and you come and insult me to my face.
Insult?
Quadruple K, bear with me.
Insult.
It's highly.
Look, as soon as you are doing something, I decided maybe I'm writing something. I said maybe it's also what you said was funny, and I laugh. Not that I stood and I was just laughing.
That is the case. Adukwe kept the posture that she was still saying something funny. She was being serious by then.
Serious. Okay, so then our general secretary who went there.
The laughter connoted that Adukwe is being unserious.
Oh yeah, maybe she's not serious by then. So if a general secretary laugh, that becomes a problem. And you say a whole lot of things. And she's taking a certain stand whereby when reasoning need to come to bear, that look, for example, this recent the CI that was sent to Parliament, I challenge any reasonable human being to just scrutinize even the two the three things that they were looking for: national identification, passports, and 2 people to vote for you as a Ghanaian. Doesn't make sense. Look, and when I give you region by region, the number of national identification card that had been issued, you just be shocked. And you want us to use those things to go and register? That doesn't make sense. With the greatest respect to everybody.
What fear is the NDC having with NIA card being used as a reference point? What is your fear?
Look, we don't have any fear about NIA. If we're able to at least have about 90% of Ghanaians being issued with the card, we don't have any problem. We can just go and use it. But look, let me give you the statistics.
Give it to me.
I think it's good you've asked this question. For example, let's take a region like Ashanti region. Ashanti region, they've registered 3,038,000 and over at Ashanti region. They were able to issue a card to 2,467,617 people. Represent those that do not have the card. It's only 80%. Let's come to Greater Accra. Greater Accra, a population, they registered 3,239,000 and over. They were able to issue only 1,995,669. About 38% of people will not have their card. Let's go to the strongholds. Maybe let's go to a place like the Volta region. Volta region, they read the NI card, 996,370. They issued 568,334. 42% of people at the Volta region will not have their card. Let's come
to will not, or they've not gotten their card.
They've not gotten their card. They've not. And I'm not sure if you've registered last year October or September, and up to now you've not received your card. Doesn't mean you are going to receive your card.
My brother-in-law has not gotten his, and we have been advised to probably go to the office for it.
You can go there, but he had been there several times. Has it been given? No. It implies it's not there. And now sometimes when you listen to the posture of this NI, the NIE, you know the NI, where does they operate? At the office of the president.
Yeah.
They sit with the president at any given time. So the president can tell them, oh, Mukwaya Ashanti region, they're first. And when you ask them, why is it that some section of the country are not having the NIA card? They said when they started, but then they were not having the full machines. So they happened to send some there. But when they got to Ashanti region, the full complement of the machines were in, so they have to deploy everything to Ashanti region.
Do you know that the NIA gave Ken was saying that they have a way they work. The first process in every region is the mass registration. After the mass registration, they will go back and come and do mop-up. The third stage is the walk-in, where everybody that is 15 years and above and is a Ghanaian will just walk in and come and do the registration. And this is now that they are just done with the mass registration in every region. They are not coming to do the mop-up. Why don't you wait for the mop-up?
My brother, you know, when you say you are going to do a mop-up, it implies you've done a lot and we are left about 2% or about 1 to 5%. There you can do a mop-up. But this is a situation whereby I'm not sure even the number of people there are full. I mean, like example, 3 million and 3,239,000 over Greater Accra, and we know number of people within Greater Accra every day is around 4.5 million. Greater Accra, they've not registered everybody. 4.5 million every day are in Greater Accra, and you give me 3.2 million that you've registered them, so I should be happy. Whereby I know people who've attained 18 years and above in Greater Accra are more than 4.5 million. So what have you achieved? You achieved nothing. So it implies there's a problem. Assuming you were able to tell me that within Greater Accra, you were able to register about 4.4 million, you are left with 100,000. It means you are going to do a mop-up, because the number of people left to be registered are just a minute, about 1 or within 1 to 5%. Okay. I'll accept that.
Okay.
But don't tell me this, you are going to do a mop-up.
All right. As to whether we'll do the mop-up or not, we'll be looking into it. Our friend from the MPP is in. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, he also joins us in the studio to tell us what meeting is going to be about today.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it, and wash your hands with soap and the running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and the running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
John, roofing new. Wow, Eddie, what boy juma. I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, na same roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catch you? Asatek roofing sheet today, and your nice keke with the board dance wa a chee and rinache. They want to call us a hood of a fair be bray. No more free roofing sheet no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now so the board dance wa a zero supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet no? You tell the salmon pepe. Mama po Asatek money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Ni boss crowd dafumpa. Oh yes, quality ni boda feminine. Asatek 5 days pay na wasa kan order. Na wa year after sales service papa binso. Hwehwe Asatek Watema Community 2, Meridian Road, Ebenkoko Board Warehouse, Western Region. So Asatek Watakrade Anaji, Yeni Princeland Hotel and the Shinimu, and the Volta Region yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwano so wa.
City is a manufacturing supply of high quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blues.
Welcome back from the still watching AM Ghana Breakfast Show on Adoatv Television. We are having our newspaper review segment. I've been joined by also a former constituency chairman for Amasaman constituency. He's in the person of Mr. Asante for the New Patriotic Party. He's known in his party colours as Newsmax. Say, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
How is the party doing and the constituency as well?
By the grace of God, we are all doing well.
Okay. Welcome to the show. This is my first time meeting you. Welcome. Sure. I think it's the first time I'm meeting Ken too.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it.
First time
So
meeting, yeah.
both of you are former constituency chairman.
Okay.
He is for Ada.
Okay, great.
And then you are for
Okay.
Amasaman.
Okay.
So I think now I'm now a former constituency chairman too.
How can you be?
For Adwa constituency.
For which constituency?
For Adwa constituency.
Okay, that's good.
Adwa, but I mean, it's
current chairman.
I'm current. Okay, I'm current because I just made myself. It's a no political party. It's Adwa political party. And it's also Adwa constituency. So that is it. So welcome, gentlemen, to the show once again. Welcome you, Mr. Sante. Let me take a wrap up on Ken concerning the IPAC thing. I don't. It doesn't seem that the agitation towards the electoral commissioner. Her deputies is going to end anytime soon because from what I see it to be a sworn calculated attempt to frustrate her work. Is that the situation?
We will never frustrate anybody's work. Why should we? We want election to be held in December. It's our prayer that this election needs to be held in December. So we are not going to frustrate anybody. But if you do something that we realized that you are towing a line of a certain political party, we need to draw your attention. That's all that we are doing, and nothing else. With NDC, why should we frustrate them?
So with what you just said earlier, you are saying that she had dinner dates and lunch dates with incumbents. With all these things allude to the fact that
my brother,
she's in bed with MPP.
She is in bed with MPP, and nobody can deny it. But it was on social media. She was dining with our president. You've not seen it? She was whining with our president.
She can be invited as an individual.
My brother, she is a card-bearing member of MPP. The husband happened to be Mr. Charles Mason. And I am telling you that she is a card-bearing member of MPP.
You have not seen her card yet?
Oh, my master. I am telling you, she is a card-bearing member of MPP.
All right, thank you. I'll come back.
about Bossman. He's not test competent. Who doesn't know Bossman at Legon? The actions of Bossman Asari. We know.
Okay, I'll come to you on this one. Let me go to Mr. Santi. Mr. Santi, IPAC meeting is slated for today. NDC has boycotted. The MPP is attending. What are we expecting to go and discuss at IPAC today?
Oh, thank you, and a good morning to your viewers. Right. Please, let me just take this quickly before I come to that. You see, IPAC is a platform created for stakeholders within that sector. Political parties and other stakeholders, that's the Electoral Commission, who is the supervisory body over political activities within especially elections within the country. Now, they meet at regular times and at the call of the Electoral Commission to discuss whatever plans they have that they want to roll up. They do it at that national level. It goes to the regional level. It descends down to the district levels. So in every district, in fact, every constituency executive every political party, each constituency executives have reps who go to the DISEC or DIPAC or MUPAC meetings, which is the same as the national level, which is the IPAC. I hope you understand me. Now, so whatever they discuss at the national level, it trickles down to they bring it to the region, and it goes to the various districts and the municipal. Good. Today, as you have just mentioned, the Electoral Commission is inviting all political parties, and for that matter, stakeholders, to go and sit at a table to plan towards the election that is coming. At this time that we are all saying that we have about 5 months to the elections, that the Electoral Commission has called for a meeting. If you are a stakeholder and you really meant well, and you said you are opting out, I don't know.
The first concerns on the modality of the meeting, how it's supposed to be in 2 groups. It's supposed to be in 1 group. And if there's anything be the case, NDC and MPP should be in the same grouping. Okay. Why should they split them up? Because they are the 2 major political parties.
Thank you. You have the one who is summoning or calling for the meeting. Have they raised their concerns to?
They raised their concerns.
I'm sure they were written to. Yes. For the to be invited to.
So they also wrote to boycott.
Yes, they wrote to boycott or wrote to.
Gave a reason. They wrote for not attending.
You can't listen to me. You have invited me for a
Can allow, please.
You have invited me for a program. Yeah. And then I feel like maybe I have a concern with whatever the setup is. Should I write in expressing my displeasure over the whatever I think is not done well?
I think that on the letter gave the modality on which the letter gave the modality of the meeting. It was the letter that even informed them that it's going to be in groupings.
This groupings thing, this is not the first time they are doing it. You know, the one that they were supposed to hold at is in Ingo or something. It was also
their training section.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't.
It was not for political parties.
I'm coming. But that one, but it is being held at whose instance?
The EC's instance.
Thank you. And at that one, that's what they did. They didn't do all in one because of this social distancing guidelines that they want to abide. I hope you understand me. So fine. Any stakeholder at all can fall in any of the groups. I hope you understand me. Any stakeholder at all can fall in any of the groups. So if they have 2 groups, anyway, in the first place, let me tell you, I'm not talking for Electoral Commission.
You're talking for the MPP, yeah.
My political party, MPP. But I think what they did, I think in their wisdom, when they did whatever it is that the division, whatever it is that they did, this number of parties fell here, and the other number of parties also fell here.
I don't think it will be fair. That's NPP in 1 group.
Must it be the case that always NDC and MPP should be at once?
They are the 2 major political parties.
And so that is why, if they are the 2 major political parties, then we should feel their presence in each of the groupings. Because what makes them major? The effect is what we want to feel in both. That is my understanding. I felt maybe in the wisdom of the EC, okay, these are our 2 strong pillars. We can't put them all in one basket. The other one, maybe that meeting, whatever it is, the effect wouldn't be what we. So let's split these 2 major. Let's put 1 here. Let's put 1 there, so that we can still have the effect here and then have the effect.
Then it has an issue of consensus. That if you don't, you will not be able to build a consensus at the end of the 2 groupings. Looking at it, that we might go for one particular meeting, and then that section of political parties there would agree on something. There's a possibility that what the other group also might agree on will be in a sharp contrast to what the first grouping will do. What becomes the way forward? Then the whole meeting becomes a non-starter.
No, it is not. It's never going to be a non-starter. You have a meeting of about, let's say we have about 21 political parties, and then we have 10 in one, and then 11 in the other. I hope you understand me. Now, by the end of the discussions, maybe in one, it went in favor of whatever proposal that the EC is trying to put forth, and the other, it went against the proposal. We are dealing with figures, 11 here, 10 here. Hope those who attended, if I am part of this, I know, when we did it, it was 6-4. Those who are in the 11-2, when it was done, it was maybe 6-5 or 7, something, that sort of.
It would have been fair if we have a bigger space enough for all of them there, so that we can all see the processes.
If only in the actual sense, the 2 meetings, those who are supposed to, the attendance, if you sum the 2 together, and it will not exceed 10 people. 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 the 25, then I think it would have been very ideal for us to go that way.
But even the summing up alone, the summing up is going to be.
The political parties alone are over 20. I hope you understand me. The political parties alone in Ghana here are over 20.
And the one other issue is about attendance.
When other stakeholders come, the number comes to add up, who exceed that 25.
They made mention of attendance. That I'm not sure that it's fair on their part. They are saying that we are going to go for a whole IPAC meeting. Then you demand for just one representation of the party.
Oh, it's also a step. In fact, they mentioned it earlier. It's also a step to sort of observe this social distance. Because if they say even with 1-1, we are having 2 separate meetings. If it were to be 2, and even with the separate meetings, NDC is here, NDP is here, we are crying wolf. Now, if it becomes 2-2, 2-2, it means the meetings will go beyond 2 different meetings. But whatever you're having now to be times 2, so we shall have our 4 meetings. I hope you understand me. And what is it going to the effect? But you have director of elections or campaign managers or whatever who of the various political parties who can go and represent. So if you are here, another person from his party or party is there. I think by the end of the day, all that we are looking for is for the meeting to go on, for whatever is being discussed, for them to reach a consensus. That's all. So in fact, I don't see. Is it this?
But you know, we've been calling for technological platforms and what have you. But so for me, why don't the political parties try to even consider to even tell the EC that probably let's even use maybe Zoom platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
so
Zoom
that it can
meeting.
Or accommodate more people.
Meetings of such nature are very, 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 very sad. You know the hula balloons that go around when it comes to electoral, especially when you are gearing towards election and there's a major exercise to be taken. One side says no, one side says I support it.
Is such meeting more crucial than Akufo-Addo hosting other African leaders on Zoom platforms?
Our elections, you know, pre-elections, comments, pre-election comments in Ghana. Hey, to be bloody, to be this. Compare this one, the cruciality of this, and that of other African.
I want to see the level of the level of crucial.
You know what? Let's talk about Ghana.
No.
Listen to me. Electoral Commission wants to hold IPAC meeting. The number, looking at the number, it exceeds the benchmark, the 25. So they want to split it into 2. And also, to ensure that the purpose is achieved, instead of maybe 2 reps, they need 1 rep. It doesn't spoil anything. I am a rep from Adoa constituency. I have gone to a larger platform. Instead of we 2 going, they say I should come, or 1 person should come, and you go to represent. Don't I trust you from Adoa constituency go? Don't I trust you that you go and then deliver on our stance? What is the difference? I hope you get it. So certain things we need not to be crying so much about. We are so, in fact, there are other big issues within the capital we need to be thinking about. I'm not saying this is not a big issue. That's why I told you earlier. It's a very crucial thing that we're working on. So we should not be making crying wolf about things that need not to be.
Okay. All right, I get it. Ken, let me give you just a minute to just
I think
rebut. A minute.
Yep. You know, I just want to tell my brother Santi that when we talk about IPAC, we are talking about a decision-making body that governs the process for which elections are.
Ken, I disagree with you. It's not. I disagree. It's not a decision-making body. It is an advisory committee. They give advice to the Electoral Commission. They do not take decision for the Electoral Commission.
I mean, on record. Okay, thank you very much. They give the advice, the Electoral Commission, what they felt it should be done.
It should be
us to enhance our electoral
to see transparency and a smooth election. Yeah.
You know, I think in Ghana there's a law that states that if your political party is not vibrant, you shouldn't be invited to any major decision making in terms of IPAC and things. Can Electoral Commission tell us how many vibrant political parties do we have? We have about 35 electoral political parties in Ghana. By then it was 34, and yesterday we learned another one to came, so it's now 35. Now, can they tell us the vibrant ones? Last 4 years, 2016, how many political parties were on our ballot paper? It's about 7. Can we just say that, okay, the vibrant ones, they are going to have the iPad. They form the first class, and the second class, those who are not vibrant.
This is a question that I want to ask the Electoral Commission. That recently, the latest political party that joined was my good friend Chiaboshrum. Party was registered fully as a political party. The GUM party, Ghana United Movement.
Yes.
And when you read the Political Parties Act,
yes,
the parties are supposed to have representation in
75%.
Then we ask ourselves, has that representation been fully covered before confirming the onus on it as a registered political party in this country? These are questions that the Electoral Commission needs to respond.
Recently, when Electoral Commission did their survey, they came out with only 4 political parties are vibrant. Even they've not met the 75%. Only NDC and MPP had about the 100%. The rest, they've not even achieved even 60. But they said, oh, because they had some regions and some constituency vibrant, they form part of the vibrant group. They are only 4. 4. I mean 4. So why, if you are going to take a decision like this, look, NPP will say a different thing, NDC will say a different thing. Why can't you look, the 2 major political parties in Ghana are only NDC and NPP. Only. If we need to, look, if we say we should represent, one person should go there, and an IT issue pop up, and John Boydu happened to be there, who has no knowledge about IT. I don't know though, because I know their IT guy is their election director, who is an IT expert.
Peter McMahon.
No.
McMahon is the campaign manager.
He's an IT guy who had knowledge about IT. He needs to talk in terms of any decision that will be taken. I think his input will play a major role for MPP. The same thing will happen to NDC, whereby graphics is not there. And you say, for example, my general secretary happened to be there, who had knowledge about election, but in terms of IT, maybe his education is not as good as graphics. And you say, my general secretary to go there and take a decision on IT issues. Will it be fair? At least if we say, look, we can just rent the National Theatre. Is it being used? National Theatre can be used. The auditorium can be used. That can accommodate more than 1,000. Even, look, if you say everybody should bring 4 each, and we had about 35 political parties, and you said all of them should come. Do your simple arithmetic. You are supposed to get about 170 people there. They can have a social distancing. We can do that. So look.
Okay, but let's take into consideration that there's still a ban on conferences, meetings, and what have you. There's still a ban on it.
The best of this, we shouldn't have organized this.
Okay. You spoke about cruciality. Yes. I want to tell you that even in these crucial times, Parliament is still meeting under 275 people.
Thank you very much. I just want to you see, the more reason why I think the NDC should be present in today's meeting. One, apart from the stated agenda, we have AOBs, which is part of it. That's any other business. Now, as an opposition party, they can make their stand very well established on 2 issues. That's the renting of a larger place, like how you mentioned, National Theatre. That is a suggestion that, look, next time you want to, because from now to election, December 7th, there could be other...
There'll be more meetings.
And you don't want a reoccurrence of what is happening now, where instead of 2-2, they say come 1-1. And then where an IPAC meeting to be held once, they said no, because of this social distancing observance, so let's make it 2. So you could bring these things out. Now you have the ideas. It could be that the other political parties who are going today, who are meant to go today, may not even have this occurring to them. I hope you understand me. Now you have the idea. Why wouldn't you be part of the meeting so that you try to put your case across? And I think other people, because I've bought into what you said, and I'm sure other level-headed people from other political parties will also buy into it. Yes, it's a good idea. In order to play a fair game, let's go this way next time. So that next time, we will not repeat 1-1 from each. And then, so that if there is any ill motive for that, which you might be fearing, entertaining that fear, so that ill motive will be what? Killed once and for all. 2, you spoke about vibrant parties. The same way, your presence there you could establish. Okay, we feel like in order to observe the social distancing, for which you are now calling us to come in 2 different sessions, we could do this, but let's use maybe the vibrant sort of. Then you bring, it's also a proposal. You see, as you're saying, there are conditions to be met by various political parties in order to be represented at such levels of meetings. Those requirements are not met by some political parties. Why do they come? It's a genuine concern to be raised. So you do Ghana, Mother Ghana more good if you are there today than deciding to be out. That is why I'll borrow your phrase, a non-starter. They should rather be there. They should rather be there.
All right, thank you. Our time is up. My next guest.
Just for me to just Asante.
Yes,
when we had the invitation.
This one is quick one. Quick, just a minute, quickly.
We wrote to Electoral Commission telling them our position, and we told them what about the renting. We told them that please, can you just do A, B, C, D? They said no. They've taken their decision, and IPAC is going to be organized, so they can't go to Art Center and other places to go and organize this.
National Theatre.
They don't have money. That's the position of, look, they've taken a third position and they decided not to change.
Okay. You know, for this, the Electoral Commission,
it is best.
The Electoral Commission will not be here to respond.
No, I'm saying I'm saying in the absence of Electoral Commission being here, which they should have been here to respond to this, you should have gone to tell them so that there wouldn't be a reoccurrence
of such institution.
Other political parties
right.
buy into this idea.
We have just 2 minutes. We have just 2 minutes more to wrap up on the show. So I understand that the rep for the MBSSI is standing by. Let me come to you, Mr. Sante, on this one. Ghanaians are calling for not Ghanaians per se. There's an attempted move to evacuate stranded Ghanaians out there. Those in Kuwait have been deported. As it stands, they are being under quarantine to see that they are fit, and then we have to bring them to this country. 230 Ghanaians are already in South Africa waiting to be repatriated back to this country. Those in the US, I see that even there was a package that was promised them, that even on repatriation, have the small tokens of dollars to see to yourselves. The monies have not come. Though they've been able to praise Osakuto, High Commissioner, the ambassador to US there, for a phenomenal job he's doing in trying to hold them down and words of inspiration. If you have a chance to, in fact, you speak for your political party, your political party is in power. In just 1 minute, what advice do you give to the Foreign Affairs Ministry in this repatriation and then the need for an evacuation to be done in the wake of COVID-19?
For the need, I would say yes, there is the need. Since the nation from which they are being repatriated are requesting for our nationals to be brought back, I think there is a need for us to take them. They belong to us. They are our own. But once again, I know there are some mechanisms that they go through here. They'll be quarantined for some period to make sure we segregate those who have and those who don't have. Those who have, they will be treated. And then that sort of tracing, contact, that sort of things will be done. So I think it is a laudable idea that the country or government is also taking them, our own nationals, back home. And then that observance should be strictly done, that quarantine process. And we beg them, those who are coming. You know, it got a time, those who came and they were quarantined for a period, they were then talking, they were interviewed by the media, they were talking, and this and they should have time. I think it's a 14-day.
They say they are science students.
It's a 14-day quarantine period. They should tell them before they move from wherever they are now, before they can, so when they know they are going to stay away from their family for 14 days, and for a meaningful, a purposeful, a meaningful reason. That's why they are going to be quarantined, so that it will not affect their own that you want to, in hurry, get to. And then it will not also deteriorate their own health, because if it happens that you even have it, and you don't know and you go, it will eat you up. If you don't have a good immune system, you may even fall a victim of those who we are mentioning as dead. I hope you understand. So it's for their own good and that of their family. That's why they need to abide by the 14-day compulsory quarantine
when they finally get here. Thank you. I know there's a lot to say on this one, but unfortunately, time is not our friend.
Yeah, Reginald, I 100% support the government. That look, let's go and bring our people who are in distress, because right now the country in which they are says that please go back to your country. I think an example is the Kuwait. I'm very, very happy when they came. They were being quarantined for 14 days and they've been tested negative. That's what we pray for. Now, they have to be psyched over there before they come back. Because look, when somebody gets to your airport and you just tell the person you are not going home, I'm going to quarantine you for 14 days.
It becomes another worry, yeah.
So why can't you just psych them over there? That, hey, in Ghana, a part of our regulations to curb this COVID, when you enter this country, you are going to spend 14 days. The government is going to take good care of you and everything. So that you know that the actions that follows. Because look, if you don't tell them, it becomes problem. Look, I pray that, look, we are going to have more of them in. Because look, South Africa said they should come. US said, hey, Britain is there. And look, the number of people there, we should get ready for it. And I pray that we should just try as much as possible to organize a nice place for them. Look, the hotel is too expensive.
Extremely
expensive. Why should you quarantine somebody for 14 days in a hotel that is going to cost you about $50 or $100?
But moving forward, if they come and the schools are still closed, they can go use our hostel facilities.
The fear is that they will leave and then the place will be infested for these school children to go back.
But no, this people went to spray the hotel.
That's the fear.
That's the fear. Okay. Sagleme housing project.
Project is there about 1,000 something housing projects.
I understand that the former president Akufo, John Dramani, Akufo built another housing project in Wa.
Look,
so there's another project in Wa. We have some places that can be used.
We just need to look for a good caterer. You can just send them. The doctors are there, making sure that at least every day they've been checked. The 14 days, those who had it will just be
moved to the treatment centers.
But why should you go and rent a hotel?
Okay.
I had a serious problem with
I think that quadruple K, we should have time to come and talk about these things, and also Mr. San talk about these things properly. But I'm grateful. I heard Kenneth Kofi Kano happens to be the former constituency chairman of the NDC in Adan constituency. Kenneth,
former vice chairman.
Is he vice chairman?
Yes.
Okay, vice chairman. Thanks for coming. I think I've given you a post. Thanks for coming. I'm most grateful. Quadruple K, 4K. Also, Mr. Santo happens to be a former constituency chairman for Amasaman constituency, representing
currently Deputy Regional Communication Director.
Currently Deputy Regional Communication Director for the MPP. A big position. It's a big position. It's a big position. So I'm most grateful to you, sir, for coming. And I'm sorry for the inconveniences about the time, but I believe that we've gotten to know. So next time you are good. Standing by is a beautiful woman who is from the MBSSI to talk on the stimulus package that government launched not long ago. Who qualifies to be given that 600 million Ghana cedis? Who qualifies? And then what are you supposed to do? What are the requirements that you need to do? Anastasia Badu, my colleague, is standing by to have this wonderful conversation with Alima. Do stay tuned. My name is Reginald Robertson. We'll be right back.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Borges olive oil, the very best always.
Numun supan na wanya pomuden. Se wo banum nso a, hwe hu ni se eye Migo purified mineral water. Eye nso a yeto ni baby pa. Asaso ni so se kroje. Se wonya Migo purified mineral water bogu ubu a, wo see you manum nsupa. Migo mineral water de edanso. Esan say the modern technology so na ye. Ede na nkabia ni atri. Migo purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhenu aberem. Eye very hygienic. Obia di wadanse. Migo mineral water neatly packaged with 500 ml bottles mu. Na wani boswa na ukon donsio. Wobenya Migo purified mineral water to bebia. To phone code Dodowa Amount Frotipa Junction. And now for 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088. Migo purified mineral water. Akona kono.
And that's what you're saying. The Jackson mixture, no, and that's
ya bre malaria near would you be prepay? Hey, Jackson mixture near ocean one what you are. No, I'm young red. Wapas chicken one. Jackson mixture, Jackson mixture, Jackson mixture. So and Vanya grow. I want to
malaria and quadia, no me Jackson mixture. Now, bet yes, king.
They won't any more about flu, about my flower, about flower only if you and no murdering. Jackson have a mister only size.
Gatlin got away brilliantly and he's ahead of the field at the moment. And Bolt going very near. Comes Usain Bolt.
Join me, Samuel Kusi Apia, every Monday at 8 p.m. on Adoatv as I bring you good things from the world of sports.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and the running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and the running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
John, what's in you? Wow, Eddie, what boy, Juma. I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, now some roofing is a baby bray, nice. Why the catch hell? Asatek roofing sheet today, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair bray. No free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now, so the bodan swa a zero supampe. What means which Roman send your open roofing sheet? We try the summer on pepe. Mama po Asatek money there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality and feminine. Asatek 5 days pay now can order. Now a year after sales service proper being so. Asatek Watema Community 2 Meridian Road at Benkoko Board Warehouse Western Region. So Asatek Watakrade Anaji Yeni Princeland Hotel and edition and a Volta region Yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwainosua.
Peswa honomono eho etisenye brodon so ho awoten ehon so etisenye o memuna nkasa woten no ehon so etisen eni insembidiko insembi editie timemufo ete pentekwato santene koto aba wo hwe ne mo kwan se aka kendifo obeyi won ebetumi aboa ama man no etumi etumpon eso akendifo ebegidwa no etena so a na achese sebia oso timemufo to a wotua no wode wasa wonsrem insembi diko insembi editie we intine ho behia se memende biada wobrabo non kron ewo wudon no so sei ken woni me ebedi ehia ewo Adoatv kasafidie so wobra ye to nsa afra manyofo a wode amanyosem akotene wona abiahye wonim di ankasa etwetwe nkomo wobra ye to nsa afam umahye bedwemni no mesini kracho wo honom ebetutu na no na achesen sema edika editie no ya toto ho sere ene abasa ewo kasafidie eso me a metine dwemu edigimedi ho chiame edi amede so ene political baby face.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240-926-564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Gatling got away brilliantly indeed. He's ahead of the field at the moment. And Bolt going very near. Comes Usain Bolt.
Join me, Samuel Kusi Apia, every Monday at 8 p.m. on Adoatv as I bring you good things from the world of sports.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap and the running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868. Or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Borges olive oil, the very best always.
Numun super na wanya pomuden. Se wo ba numun so a, hwe hu ni se eye mega purified mineral water. Eye nso a yetu ni baby pa. Asaso ni so se kroje. Se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a, wo see you manumun super. Mega mineral water de edanso. Esan say the modern technology so na ye. Ede na nkabia ni atri. Mega purified mineral water. Bacteria na mhenu aberem. Eye very hygienic. Obiye di wadanse. Mega mineral water neatly packaged with 500 ml bottles mu. Na wani boswa na wokon donsio. Wobanya Migo purified mineral water to bebia. To phone call Dodowa Amount 40 per junction. And now 050-7055-409 and now 055-392-1088. Migo purified mineral water. Akona kono.
And that's what you're saying. Now, that same mixture, no, and that's
ya brand malaria near would you be baby? Ah, hey, that's a mix and near ocean one what you are. No, I'm young, wapas, what you want now. That's a mixture, that's a mixture, that's a mixture. So, and Fania grow. I want to
malaria and quadia, no me yakse mixer. Now bet yes, king.
They won't any more about a fur about my buffalo for. A buffalo when you feel you and no murdering. Jackson have a mister only size.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining, you're watching AM Ghana Show here on Adoatv, and my name is Anastasia Badu. It's time to have some interactions and some educative talks on our finances, on COVID-19, how it's affected us, and what government is doing to help businesses to be able to thrive through these hard times we are in. We've been hearing CAP. We've been hearing NBSSI. We've been hearing that stimulus packages have been given by governments to some enterprises or to support enterprises that have been hit hardly by COVID-19. Today, for our discussion, we're going to talk about the 600 million Ghana cedis stimulus package giving from government to NBSSI and other stakeholders to make sure that they support micro, small, medium-scale enterprises. In the fight of COVID-19, we have all had our share of COVID-19 or the effect of COVID-19. And of course, you cannot take them out of the equation. And you can get interactive with us on our Facebook page on Adoatv Ghana and on WhatsApp 050-925-7753. Let's get interactive. If you have any questions, then our topic or our discussion is going to be based on how much is to be given to each enterprise, who qualifies to get that money, and how you can even apply for it. Also, the monies that are going to be given to them, how are they supposed to pay? What goes into payment, and what are some of the things that they check? There are other people, there are rumors going about that people are taking monies to give you forms to apply. We'll be talking about that one as well, and so you know. And if you're just watching, it is AM Ghana Show. Have a seat and let's have some interactive talks. Today, my guest in the studio to help me with that is Habiba Sumani. Habiba Sumani is a Director for Entrepreneurship Development Department for the NBSSI, the National Board for Small Scale Industries, yes, the NBSSI. And so we're going to have that discussion. Hello, Habiba.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for coming. Thanks for making time. with us on AM Ghana Show. We are happy to have you. At least we've been speaking about it, but seeing you here today or having you here in the studio today, we'll have all the education we need to know, whatever we need to know about the stimulus packages that have been given by government. We are going to know about it. A lot of people have notions. A lot of people have rumors speculating in the country and all that. So let's start the conversation with your mandate. As NBSSI, what are your mandates? Take us through your core mandates, and then we can continue from there.
All right, thank you very much. National Board for Small Scale Industries, we are an agency under Ministry of Trade and Industry. We were set up by an Act of Parliament. We started operations since 1985, so we've been there for a long time.
All right.
And our core function as an institution is to ensure that the micro, small, and medium enterprises of our economy are able to grow, they develop, and then they are able to accelerate and bring about employment and generally look after the well-being of people who are in business. So that is at the heart of the work that we do. In terms of function, we have two core functions. One is the financial, the other is the non-financial. I will talk more of the non-financial.
Okay.
Your typical non-financial function is that we were set up to ensure that once you have a business idea and you walk through our office, we are able to support you to bring it to life. So we give you all the needed training, capacity building. We support you to facilitate access for you to register your business. If you have products that need to go to Ghana Standards Authority for certification, you need to go to Food and Drugs Authority. We provide all these services. And once we give you introductory letters, you even get rebates on fee once we certify that you are a micro, small, or medium enterprise. In addition to that, we have other classification of programs, thematic areas. For instance, for the youth, we have youth entrepreneurship programs. We have those for graduates. We have for apprentices. We have for less educated or literate persons.
But these particular programs you're talking about have been in the system for how long?
They've been in existence for years.
But how has the progress been?
Oh, it's going on very well. For instance, our apprenticeship to entrepreneurship program. You know, one way of persons acquiring skills, especially the youth, is to go through the informal apprenticeship program, and at the end of it, they go through the examinations by NVTI to get the certificate. So at the district level, we facilitate that kind of services. So during even the apprenticeship program, we give them entrepreneurship training because some of them will jump onto self-employment right after. Others will stay on with the mastercraft persons. Others would also become freelancers within our economy. So how do they get the needed information if they want to register their business? How do they keep records? So all these services are there. And we've even expanded it now because we have another project we are doing with MasterCard Foundation. It's called the Young Africa Works.
Young Africa Works. Tell us about that.
And then I thought we were talking about CAP. Anyway, the Young Africa Works program is a broader vision of MasterCard Foundation that seeks to generate 30 million jobs, fulfilling jobs for youth in Africa. And for Ghana, the target is 3 million, looking at a space of 10 years.
Yes,
and for us at NBSSI, we are seeking to create 39,000 jobs in 2 to 3 years.
Wow.
So it's an exciting time. We need to put in a lot of effort, but we are ready for this. And we know the youth of our economy need this kind of support. So that is a discussion that we'll have for another day. If we could continue with the other functions of National Board for Small Scale Industry, for instance, when you look at our access to finance programs, we started this way back. Talk of the program of adjustment to mitigate against social cost of PANSCAD, program of action to mitigate against social cost of adjustment. It was way back in the early 90s where NBSSI was part of it to ensure that we gave funding to people who needed to start small businesses and those who were coming up with other innovative ideas. We've managed various revolving funds, the recent one being the Adoatv fund, where micro, small, and medium enterprises were not getting the needed access to these funds because of the structure. So we had that agreement with Adoatv. They gave us part of the funding, and SMEs were able to apply, especially the micro, to us. And then we've had this fund running in-house for years. We also have the Rural Enterprises program that we've worked with through the Apex Bank at the district level. So say you've started a business, you need some funding to buy machinery and all of that. We come in to help you. So we've had these funding schemes working, within our organization, and then we're looking out for more funds. Even under MasterCard Foundation, we'll still have a component that gives out funding to micro, small, and medium enterprises.
Wow, that's beautiful. But speaking about the main reason we're here, CAP, and the president launched this program to help support businesses that were greatly or that have been greatly affected by COVID-19. Now, the government is supposed to do that with yourself and then some other agencies or some other stakeholders to come together and then make sure these businesses are able to have access to the monies or the funds that have been chunked out to them. 600 million is Ghana cedis is the money. Is that enough?
Before you even come to the issue of enough or not enough, let's take a step back and look at what has happened in our economy since the pandemic. So we have a group of micro, small, and medium enterprises. And the data even shows that for the micro, we have a huge chunk of them. About 80% of them constitute this sector. And let me break it down. This is your typical one-man shop. It's your typical provision corner shop. It's your typical finance wholesaling, semi-wholesale shop. It's your typical dressmakers. It's your leather and shoe manufacturers. These are very small businesses dotted around the country. And when there's a calamity of this sort, and there's a lockdown especially, it means businesses are not getting customers. They tend to eat into their working capital. So funds dwindle. And already remember that this was a sector that was struggling to even get access to affordable financing, especially if you are into manufacturing and needed space of time to turn around your raw materials into goods to be able to sell and even start repaying for any loan. So when this hit, the answer is that there's never enough. But we need to start from somewhere. And you need to have the data to be able to back all these. We have some ideas of what we think the sector requires. However, this is the start of it. And our president has always mentioned that this sector is at the heart of, is really dear to his heart. And whatever the sector needs, he would work hard through his Minister for Finance to provide that. So for us, when the announcement came on 27th March, it was a welcome news, a news that I know so many of the business people across the country rejoiced to and looked forward to investment to give them some relief. So we needed to definitely start from somewhere. The funds was 1.2 billion for the coronavirus alleviation program. Out of this, 50% is going towards business sector. It tells you there's the needed attention, and then that is the beginning of it. And we as an institution, because it's also our mandate, we engaging with other stakeholders to add on. And remember that once the call came, the banks have also promised to contribute 400 million towards this. So we get 1 billion to start off with. Let's get going with that. And then I know along the way, this is the first phase, the relief. Remember there are 2 stages of going through this pandemic. You have your relief because now businesses need to stay afloat. So they need money to pay rent, to keep especially their workforce going. They need to pay salaries and all of that. So the relief is needed now. Then we talk of the recovery stage where businesses would then need more capital injection to make sure that they expand and employ more people. So it's a step-by-step process. Let's take it one at a time.
Yeah, so right now, as you've just explained, what are these stakeholders aside the NBSSI expected to do?
Okay, so when the announcement came, it was very clear. Because looking at the ecosystem, first of all, the president announced that the fund was going to go out and institution or stakeholders such as National Board for Small Scale Industries in collaboration with trade associations and the financial institutions where to manage this funding. So we are the apex body, and therefore we have taken the lead to ensure that the fund is managed because it has to sit somewhere. But remember that we don't work alone. We work and disburse funds through through financial institution, commercial, microfinance institution, rural banks. So we quickly rallied around the table. And remember that the end receiver is the MSMEs, and these are represented by their associations. So we also engaged with them because there is no point coming out with a product that doesn't sell. That is not appropriate. So we quickly rallied around, and then we all thought through it and came up with a product that suits the sector. So that has been the discussion. So the role that each of these are playing is that The financial institutions, they also supported in the design. The disbursement would go through them. The monitoring and evaluation would go through the financial institutions as well. When it comes to the sector association, they know who their members are. First and foremost, they understand their members even better. So they need to tell us what it is that their members require. Secondly, if there are any requirements that is a hindrance, they are to tell us how to go around it. And in addition to that, they are also to forward to us the membership data. Who are the members of data? Who are the members of AGI? Who are the members of Chamber of Commerce? Who are the members of Ghana Hairdressers and Beautician Association? Executives can't tell us that. So the role of the association is also to explain the eligibility criteria and so on and so forth to their membership, so that they understand, what do I need to be able to apply? How much can I apply at a time? All these are questions that they keep asking their executives. And when we speak to them, they will be able to go down to the grounds and explain same to their members. In addition, when it comes to knowing who and where Madam A or Mr. B is the associations who can tell us better.
Sure. And on that note, who qualifies or who can be classified as someone who is eligible to enjoy this package that has been given?
Okay, so for first and foremost, I go back to His Excellency the President's announcement that says the funding is going to micro, small, and medium enterprises. And we know who they are by definition, because the National Board for Small Scale Industries, under our Ministry of Trade and Industry, we come up with a definition for the sector. And when we talk of micro, I'm just targeting one segment of the definition. We talk of the number of employees. So when you talk of micro, you are talking about businesses with employees between 1 to 5. Are classified as micro businesses. 6 to 29 are small. Then you talk of your 30 to 99 being the medium-sized businesses. Any business thereafter can look at another stimulus package. Exactly. So for us, if you fall within this category, you are in the net and you qualify already to apply. Now the next phase is, do you belong to any association? If you don't belong to an association, that's fine. But do we know you as NBSSI? So you come in to register with us. If you are even not registered with us previously, at the point of even application, you just go on and register with us. And with the registration, at the end of it, I'll need to talk about the fees as well and the waivers. Because people are fraudsters out there using our name for the wrong purpose.
We'll do that.
So once you are part of us and we know your location, we take some details, you're eligible. Then your tax identification number, if you don't have a TIN, some people have been operating, they've never registered their business, they don't have a TIN, it's fine. You go on our website, you can even go onto the, click on the link, apply for a TIN, continue your process. If you still don't have it, no issue. Continue with the application. We have paper forms you can fill in to get the TIN at a later date. It's fine. Then we talk of also a business that has been affected by COVID. Remember, we use the word affected because in these times, not every business had been adversely impacted. Some have been positively impacted. Your nose masks you are wearing, somebody sold it. So some persons' businesses are thriving. Hand sanitizers, PPEs, and all those businesses are coming up.
It's become a business, a venture that everybody, a lot of people who are not even in it have now jumped onto.
Yeah. So we are supporting such businesses as well because they are helping the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. And then also we have those who have been adversely impacted and can show by evidence. So when we say show by evidence, you had a number of employees, maybe 3 over the period. You've had to lay some people off. You had so much money in your bank account or your mobile money wallet. Now it's gone down. There are different things that you can prove.
So they'll have to prove with
they just explain in the application form. They just explain it that this is what has happened to my business and therefore I require funding. Or during the lockdown, by virtue of me staying at home and not able to open my shop, I've eaten into my working capital. Therefore, I need money to pay rent. I need money to pay my salaries. I even have lost my raw materials because they expired. I need money to replenish. So things like that. But let me make it clear that this is not the time to, for instance, do an expansion of your business. Let's say you have a 6 classroom block. You're looking to expand the number of classrooms as a private school. No, this is not the time for it. We're saying maintain your existing personnel, be able to pay them. And then after COVID, when the recovery funds come, you can then go for expansion. And also, let me touch briefly on the sectors that qualify to apply. if you are operating a private school, you qualify.
I was going to ask you about the schools when you mentioned it.
Yes, the private schools qualify to apply.
Okay.
You are within the tourism sector, you qualify. If you are within the food and beverages, you are into agri and agro processing, you qualify. Manufacturing, you are into all kinds of services, you qualify to also apply. If you are a mason, a carpenter, and by virtue of lockdown and now construction work is not going on as previously, you also qualify to apply because we have such freelancers. You sell at the market, the traders, they all qualify to apply for some bits of these funding.
But it's being mentioned that there's an online portal that is for registration or for applying. And talking about these micro business operators, who most of them, of course, we can say that do not have access to internet or don't have access to social media or even get to the portal, online portal, to have their forms or the applications run through. How are you handling such people?
Right, so we have recognized that challenge and we have various channels. So first of all, our registration, if you have any phone at all, it could even be a YAM phone.
Okay.
You could just type *718*555#. And once you key in this code, you are able to do the first stage of the application process, which is the registration. Once you register, you are given a unique code that comes to you on your phone. And with this, you then have to go onto the online portal. However, recognizing that some of these persons will not be able to go through this beyond the short code, we've provided hard copy application forms. And let me reiterate that these forms are for free. So this morning we are uploading on our website. We've channeled them through the associations already, and then they are for free. So once you get it and then you key it in, or you get someone to complete it for you, we have so many of our offices across the country, 178 districts. In Accra, we have one in Adenta, we have the Wejagba, we have Abukubi, Tema, Shaman, so many of these districts. And mostly we are located within the district assembly. So if you need support, you can walk in there for assistance. And then we've also engaged the sector associations. So once you complete these forms, they give to their executives or the association. They've also set up units that help to key in these details onto the system. So we are trying our best to make sure that it goes down to the real people who need this money. So we also engage with market women across the country. We've engaged several stakeholders to make sure that no one is left behind. It's an all-inclusive support. And let me reiterate, it's not going for any specific group of persons. All these persons within these businesses I've mentioned qualify to apply. So there is no special or preferential treatment for any applicant. It's all going through one system. And the system has been built to eliminate human interface. So the system runs the checks, the scoring and everything, gives out the data at the end of it. So as much as possible to make it transparent, to give chance or opportunity for persons who require the funding to be able to apply.
Yes. Now, speaking about fraud, people are taking monies from persons in the name of this fund or this package they are supposed to enjoy. If the association, the heads of the various associations are the ones giving the forms, are there any education or sensitization done by these associations to their members for them to know? Or would you also say that people who do not belong to these associations are the ones who fall prey to such fraud issues?
Interestingly so, because persons who don't also belong to associations easily fall prey, because the channel of information is then anyone out there in the public. So we are trying as much as possible to also close that information gap. But when it comes to the association and their membership, I know as much as possible they try to make sure that the information is disseminated and their members are well aware that when it comes to the fraudsters, they are even using some names of associations to claim monies from innocent persons. And at NBSSI, let me reiterate that originally our registration comes with a fee, and these fees are approved by Parliament year-on-year basis. And for this purpose of the CAF fund running, we've even given a waiver. So you can register with NBSSI for free, just so to eliminate also the fraudsters and their activities of charging fees. And some persons are charging as high as 200 CDs for registration and giving them papers, claiming that these are application forms. So today we are saying our forms, application forms, will be on the website. They are for free, and there's a watermark in there saying not for sale. In addition, we've given out forms to the association executives for them to also give out to their members, and all these are for free. So please don't let anyone come around to tell you that they know of any influential person or persons out there, and therefore by giving them a token of some sort, they will be able to influence the process. The process is transparent. No one can influence it. So don't let them take advantage of you, please. They shouldn't.
It all boils down to how open they are to information and the information out there. But today, as you're watching, you can tell someone that you know in the area. You can tell someone in the market who do not have knowledge about this, that this is what is going on. If you are with an association, of course, it's hooray. You can get yourself some of these funds and then also help your business. So he's talking about the various people we are looking at who are to enjoy this package. What's the minimum amount one can get? Especially we are starting from the micro businesses. What's the minimum amount to be giving out to these people?
The beauty of the whole process is that let it be based on your needs.
Okay.
So we are saying that you as a business person, you know how much you require. Put that into the system. When applying, key in the amount that you think you require as a business person. So it's mainly demand driven. We don't want to put any limitation on anyone, because when you say, for instance, somebody might require 2,000 or 3,000, then you go and say the minimum is maybe, or the maximum is so much, or the minimum is so much. You would then be limiting people. Allow people to be able to apply, and let's see what the demand is out there. So the tabletop, for instance, the amount that they will require will be different from somebody operating a shop.
Okay.
So we are saying it's demand driven. Key in how much you think you require or you need to survive within this period.
But in cases where what the person is demanding, you're not able to meet, what happens?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The algorithm is in the system. So based on the information you key in, even if you are not able to, let's say you're requesting for 2 million Ghana cedis, and then we can't give out 2 million Ghana cedis to you as a business person, the algorithm in the system would give us the various levels of how much we should give to such a person, depending on the information they keyed in. But remember that some businesses also, when you keep them afloat or you give them certain amounts, it keeps so many people within the business, and then he's able to retain employees and all of that. So there are several factors working in there, and I think principally is to ensure that people's livelihoods are not deplorable during the process.
The process, okay. Now, speaking about the monies given to them, how is repayment supposed to be done? How many years are they looking at paying after being having access to these monies? What's the span for the years they're supposed to take to pay back?
Yeah, the beauty of this particular program is that it's one of a kind so far in our economy, and His Excellency made the announcement and was very clear about it in terms of the interest rate, the repayment period, and then also the moratorium. That's the free time you have within which to begin payment. So the interest rate initially, as we announced, was 5%. But on the day of the launch, if we all listen to His Excellency the President, he announced that it's 3%. It tells you that the President thinks the sector really needs the support. And therefore, it's going at 3% per annum. It's not monthly, it's per annum. And repayment is beginning after your moratorium period. And the moratorium is up to a year. And therefore, it means that if you're a business person and you think you can begin repayment after 6 months, after 3 months, you are free to do so. But if you can't, you are given up to a year to reorganize yourself and to be able to begin repayment. So that, and after, when you begin commence repayment, you have 2 to 3 years to repay the amount that you've been given. So this is really a flexible, I think, a flexible product that we can work with as businessmen and women out there. So we should apply and take advantage of it. And it will be sad for persons to sit back and not apply, thinking that they might not be able to get the fund. I keep saying apply, put in your application, and then go through the process.
But have you considered the tabletop operator who might along the line not be able to sustain his or her business even after getting this package, and the person is expected to pay after the free period given to them. The person is expected to pay within 3 years. How is that going to also work for that person? What are some of the sanctions that will come with it if the person is not able to meet even the years that has been given him or her to be able to pay back the money?
Okay, let me begin by saying different strokes for different folks, right? And the way microfinance has been able to survive in the system, some of those strategies would also be adopted. Okay. For instance, you go into the market, they don't do your typical monthly repayments. Some do daily, some do weekly, and so on and so forth. So it's about how we engage them even from now. Because your typical tabletop person, knowing that the moratorium is a year, sensitize the person to understand that you don't necessarily need to wait for a year. And then because this money, paying back in bulk during a certain time might be burdensome to you, why not start repayment maybe after 3 months and do it weekly rather than monthly?
So that flexibility is there.
Flexibility is there. So it's about what you choose or how you choose to repay. So that flexibility is really there for persons to be able to choose. That's why I'm saying this is a product that is so flexible and it's working for you. So take advantage of it. So it's not always about sanctions. It's about how we even engage them before we get there. And I know that a lot of people by now realize it's not free money. It's money that you need to repay. And we've all been struggling and fighting for government to put up an SME fund. This could be the beginning. So business people out there, let's realize that this is for us. We are building that SME bank that we've always been looking for. So this is the beginning of it. Let's repay to make it a revolving fund. Yeah.
Very well. Thank you very much for the time. Thank you very much. But one last thing I want you to talk about is I've seen videos of helping people or educating people on how to get on the forms, and then like you mentioned earlier, the short code that you can stick onto. So if that is available, you can put it out there. Let's know how they can do it online, whether using the mobile phones or the YAMs or the short codes or anything. And then what would tell the person even doing it online that this is genuine, this is exactly where I'm going to, and there's not any fraudster that has put any information out there.
Okay, so first and foremost, the application process is done on the NBSSI website, which is your www.nbssi.gov.gh. And then once you're on that portal, you then click to apply. You first and foremost see the picture of the picture of His Excellency the President. Then you see the step-by-step process for application. Then there's a link you click to apply. If you do not even have a TIN number, there's a link on the website. You can click to apply. And with the paper application, when you pick it up, you will see the not for sale embossed watermark in the paper application. You also see a picture of the president. If the paper is facing you, is to your right on the form. And you see a CAP,
that's some good
business support scheme, also on the left-hand side. And you see the NBSSI logo as well on it. So these are the channels. If you go onto the USSD code, which is the short code on your phone, it's *718*555# to register. We also have a call center. You can call the call center number is 0302 477777. I pick it up again. Is 0302 477777.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time. My guest today is Habiba Sumani. Habiba Sumani is a director, Entrepreneurship Development Department of the National Board for Small Scale Industries. And today we discussed the issues concerning the stimulus package the government has given to support enterprises or small-scale enterprises, micro, medium, and small-scale enterprises who have been greatly affected or positively affected by COVID-19, like she mentioned. Of course, some people have moved from their normal business to other things and it's thriving. And so you should get the chance to apply by the website or during the short code. I'll take it again from Habiba, and she is going to do it anyway. She'll give you the numbers and she'll give you the short codes again, and also the website you can visit them on. But it's AM Ghana Show, and this is where we bring you all the information that you need concerning what has been bothering your mind. And today we've done that concerning the stimulus. It is available for everyone. key in your anything, the information they need from you. Get on their website, make sure you get a form. If you belong to an association, go to your executives, let them know that, okay, I'm up for it. Get a form for yourself and beware of fraudsters out there. They are taking monies and giving forms to people without anything in return. So you should be aware of that. I'm sure you're ready to take that again.
Yes.
Okay.
The number again is 0302 747777. So 0302 747777.
All right,
That's
and
the call center.
that's the call center number. Okay, so if you're having difficulty, this numbers are there. Mr. Producer, maybe you can put it on the screens for our viewers to also see and then be aware of. And also, you can take that again, the short code again, so they are able to.
The short code is *718 *555#. And let me add that some persons have registered and haven't yet received their code. If you are one of such, the same phone number that you use for the registration, key in the *718 *555#, and then select option 2. It will give you your unique code because that code is unique to you. But during that process, it will ask you to also rekey in your TIN number. So once you do that, the text message will pop up into your text message box. And again, some people haven't cleared their text message boxes, so they are not able to retrieve new text messages. As much as possible, we encourage you to do so.
that.
Those who have keyed in their email addresses, emails would also be sent to your email addresses. So please ensure you remember your passwords to be able to access these.
Very well. Make sure you remember your password. So in doing that, make sure you have a good number that you always remember. For our mothers and fathers in the market who might find it difficult remembering their passwords, maybe you can go with your ward or anybody to be able to help you remember. So that has been it for this morning. Abiba, thank you very much for the education. Thanks so much for coming. We are very grateful. Of course, you're closer to us, and so if anything comes up, we'll always run to you. And that is it. Thanks so much for making time on Facebook, Adoatv Ghana, and YouTube, and also for sending in your messages on WhatsApp. We were not able to read them, but I'll do that subsequently, maybe tomorrow or by the time Samuel Kusi Apia comes on with the sports updates. My name, once again, is Anastasia Badu. We'll come back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Borges extra virgin olive oil, best for salad dressing. A little of Borges classic olive oil will make delicious meals. Borges with garlic, excellent for your grills. Make your meals healthy with Borges.
I maintain a healthy life with Borges olive oil.
Borges olive oil, the very best always.
One peswa ho no mono eho etisenye brodon so ho awoten eho so etisenye o memuna nkasa woten no eho so etisen eni insembi diko insembi editie timemufo etipenti kwato santene kwato aba wo hwe ne mo kwan se aka kendifo obeyi won ebetumi aboa amomman no etumi etumpon eso akendifo ebegidwa no etena so a na chese sebia so timemufo to a wotua no wode wasa wonsrem insembi diko insembi editie we intine ho behia se memende biada wobrabo nonkron ewo wudon no so sei ken woni me ebedi ehia ewo Adoatv kasafidie so wobra ye to nsa afra manyofo a woda manyosemo akoten wona biahye wonim diankasa etwetwe nkomo wobra ye to nsa afam umahye bedwemni no mesini kracho wo honom ebetutu nano na achesen sema edika editie no ya toto ho sere ene abasa ewo kasafidie eso me a metini dwemu edijumedi ho chiame edi amede so ene political baby face.
Ago, good people of Ghana. Here are some safety measures on prevention of coronavirus. 1. Cover your mouth with tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose of tissue into a bin immediately you cough into it and wash your hands with soap under running water. Avoid shaking hands and use sanitizers as often as you can. Signs and symptoms of coronavirus include fever, cough, sneezing, and difficulty in breathing. Should you experience any of these, or for more inquiries, please contact 0558 439 868. That's 0558 439 868, or call 0509 497 700. That's 0509 497 700.
Remember to always wash your hands with soap and running water.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, the Ghana Health Service, and partners.
John, what you know? Wow, Eddie, what boy Juma. I check a roofing now. Oh, you fell one casa from Asatek. Oh, now Simon, roofing is a baby bray, nice keke. Why the catcher? Asatek roofing sheet today, and your nice keke with the bodan swa a chee and renache. They want to call us a hood of a fair baby bray. No free roofing sheet, no dear. Who hear that will be out? Now, so the bodan swa a year supampe. What means to trauma send your open roofing sheet? You tell the salmon pepe. Mama poor Asatek when you're there. One of my technical advice na estimate free or professional installers and so on your on-site installation. Oh yes, quality and feminine. Asatek 5 days pay now can order. Now a year after sales service proper being so. Asatek Watema Community 2 Meridian Road at Benkoko Board Warehouse Western Region. So Asatek Watakra de Anaji Yeni Princeland Hotel and Edition and a Volta Region Yawo Akachi South District Assembly Kwainusuwa.
Super na wanya pomuden se wo banum nso a hwe hu se eye mega purified mineral water eye nso a yetu ni baby pa asaso ne so se kroje se wonya mega purified mineral water bogu ubu a wo see you manum super mega mineral water de edanso esan say the modern technology so na aye ede na nkabia ne atri mega purified mineral water bacteria na mhen wa bewrem eye very hygienic obia di wadanse mega mineral water neatly packaged for 500 ml bottles. Na wani boswa na ukondonsio ubenya migo purified mineral water to bebia to phone call dodo wa amount 40 per junction and now for 050 7055 409 and now 055 392 1088 migo purified mineral water akona kono.
Blue City is a manufacturer.
AM Sports right here on AM Ghana. A very, very good morning goes, I want to say a very good morning to evangelists and any fresh, wherever you are watching live. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you're doing well. Now, there is so much in the world of sports. As far as the Ghana Football Association is concerned, there has been some appointments, and so we'll run you through what is happening at the quarters of the Ghana Football Association. And so with the approval of the Executive Council, the General Secretary has appointed Alexander Nikwe-Korte as the referees manager of the Ghana Football Association. You remember we have mentioned earlier that the Ghana Football Association wanted to appoint a referees manager, and now with the approval of the Executive Council, the General Secretary has appointed Alexander Nikwe-Korte as the referees manager of the Ghana Football Association. Mr. Alexander Korte came tops following a rigorous recruitment process by the association. The referees manager would head the refereeing department of the Ghana Football Association and shall report to the General Secretary. The referees manager will perform, among others, the following duties: assist the referees committee, implement decisions adopted by the referees committee, carry out all tasks related to the logistics of a referee, and carry out all administrative duties of the refereeing department, and implement programs to develop referees according to the guidelines approved by the referees committee. Mr. Alex Corte, a 2006 SWAG Referee of the Year, has worked as a referees instructor, referee assessor, and also a match commissioner. The retired FIFA referee officiated at the 2008 Africa Cup of Nations held in Ghana. He has also handled games at the CAF Under-20 level and the CAF Champions League, where he handled matches up to the semi-final level in 2007. Mr. Corte is a FIFA Futuro third technical training coach, referee assessor, and also a CAF technical coach and CAF technical assessor. Quarters of the Ghana Football Association, the Executive Council has appointed a council member, Mr. Frederick A. Champon, as the chairman of the referees, assessors, and classification panel. The Confederation of African Football match coordinator would be joined by the retired Federation of International Football Association referee, Justice Yeboah and Emanuela Aglago, as members, according to a statement from the Ghana Football Association. The trio would be responsible for evaluating and assessing the performance of referees by giving advice and constructive comments to help the development of referees, while also using a marking system. It said they shall also analyze the performance of referees in the matches in their various categories under the auspices of the Ghana Football Association and be responsible for grading and classification of referees. The statement said Deputy Chairman of the Central Region Football Association, Dr. Francis Iya Bediakon, would chair the referees match review panel. Retired referee R.K. Atifu would be part of the 3-man instructors team announced by the Football Association. Elsewhere, the Ghana Football Association has declared its intention to restructure the 48-club Division 1 league to an 18-club league. The Football Association has announced a 5-member committee composed of 3 club members and 2 from the association will advise the Ghana Football Association on the way forward with the proposed project. According to reports, Wilfred Osei Kweku Palmer was nominated to represent Zone 3 but rejected the role. However, Bofakatano's manager, David Obeng Nyakun, was nominated by the clubs in Zone 1, while Mr. Jojo Duncan was chosen by clubs in the Zone 2, leaving Zone 3 pending at the moment. With Palmer's decision to reject the job, Zone 3 would have to come out with a new candidate to try and convince the former chairman of the Black Stars Committee to change his mind. Now back to the issues of refereeing again. Retired referee Christiana Ziga has been appointed by the Ghana Football Association to head the instructors committee. The statement from the Ghana Football Association said she would be assisted by Mr. R.K. Atifu and Mr. Seydou Bomison. According to the statement, the committee would be responsible for refereeing strategies, training referees on league-specific rules, training referees on player misconduct handling, ethics in refereeing, and training referees on referee positioning. In addition, the committee would be in charge of training referees on psychology. The Ghana Football Association said the committee would be reviewed and improved continuously, and there shall also be a minimum of 3 technical instructors in every region. The statement that Mr. Augustine Fuga, Mr. Tete Opare, and Vivian Ago have been appointed. The physical instructors are expected to come up with a training theory for referees and would be responsible for the fitness of referees and their training. Yesterday was the day for the Klassiker, that is the big game between the Bundesliga giants Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Now, Bayern Munich moved 7 points clear of Borussia Dortmund at the top of the Bundesliga thanks to a magical Joshua Kimmich strike in Tuesday's 1-0 Klassiker victory. Both teams had previously won 6 league games in a row in a tightly contested title race, but it was Bayern who prevailed in the behind closed doors clash at the Signal Iduna Park.
Campo del Borussia Dortmund. Doble pivote que se mantiene con Delaney y con Dahoud, a pesar de que ya están disponibles tanto Witsel como Emre Can, de forma espectacular. Flick ha recuperado completamente a este equipo después de los problemas que tuvo con Niko Kovac, y el equipo está que se sale. Davis, que es el jugador más rápido de la Bundesliga, en la banda izquierda, llegando muy bien por ese costado.
Más para el Dortmund descolgado, el Bayern Múnich, que puede dar un golpe casi definitivo para hacerse con su 8º título de Bundesliga consecutivo. Va a sacar el Borussia Dortmund, Stiller, el encargado de dirigir el choque, que ya pone en marcha el cronómetro, y Erling Haaland, que toca ese primer balón. Lewandowski pisando área, sinónimo de peligro, metió una pierna de fondo, pone la pelota atrás, Julian Brandt dentro del área, ensaya el disparo. Adelantó Torgan Hazard, está fuera del marco, Haaland, la pelota iba adentro, pero en la línea de gol estaba Jerome Boateng.
Bueno, buena primera pelota ahí a la espalda del medio.
Aquí al final se produce.
A mí es que Boateng me parece un central con unas condiciones excelentes. Lo que pasa es que en España, de izquierda, llegando muy bien por ese costado.
Más para el Dortmund descolgado, el Bayern Múnich, que puede dar un golpe casi definitivo para hacerse con su 8º título de Bundesliga consecutivo. Va a sacar el Borussia Dortmund, Stiller, el encargado de dirigir el choque, que ya pone en marcha el cronómetro, y Erling Haaland, que toca ese primer balón. Lewandowski pisando área, sinónimo de peligro, metió una pierna de fondo, pone la pelota atrás, Julian Brandt dentro del área, ensaya el disparo. Adelantó Torgan Hazard, está fuera del marco, Haaland, la pelota iba adentro, pero en la línea de gol estaba Jerome Boateng.
Bueno, buena primera pelota ahí a la espalda del medio.
Aquí al final se produce.
A mí es que Boateng me parece un central con unas condiciones excelentes. Lo que pasa es que en España...
Erling Haaland en su perfil menos bueno en el derecho. Alphonso Davies a córner. Está inteligente, ha puesto Thomas Müller, el balón para Lewandowski. No necesita. A Hakimi, otro balón suelto, el centro y el gol, pero había fuera de juego de Torgan Hazard.
Sí, estaba adelantado Torgan Hazard. Fíjate que le cae la pelota a Haaland, que él quiere acomodarse a la zurda, él es zurdo, pero no.
Realidades. Joshua Kimmich, buen centro de Kimmich. Ha ido casi a estorbar, quería peinar con la coronilla Thomas Müller.
So that was the highlight of yesterday's game, and of course, Bayern looks like they are unstoppable, and they are going to win the league this particular season again. But who is going to stop them? Yesterday, a lot of us expected Dortmund to do something, but come on, it's just not it for Dortmund and any other club in the Bundesliga. Today, Leipzig would be playing against Hertha Berlin, but whatever happens, even if Leipzig wins the game against Hertha Berlin, they will move to 57 points as well. Will be tied with Borussia Dortmund at 2nd place. Now, in what's rather sad news, Morecambe defender Christian Mbulu has died at the age of 23. Mbulu had spells at Millwall and Motherwell and joined Morecambe following his release from Crewe in January. He played 3 times for Morecambe in League 2 this season, making his debut in a 2-0 win at Walsall. Morecambe statement read, "Everybody and everyone at Morecambe FC is deeply saddened to learn of Christian's death and would like to extend our deepest sympathies to his family and friends at this very sad time. He was only 23, and the news of his sudden and untimely passing has been a shock to us all. Christian came to the club in January and proved to be an extremely popular member of the squad. His loss will be painfully felt by all who had the pleasure of knowing him. The club would ask everyone to respect Christians' family privacy at this sad time. This is particularly sad for the young footballer, and come on, at 23 years, it's very, very sad. But that's how we wrap up on AM Sports, and of course on AM Ghana. Thanks to all our presenters who hosted all the other segments of our morning show, and to all our guests who came through, especially the NBSS director who came through to explain everything as far as the small money coming from the government is concerned. So I was very particular about one thing that she said. She said nobody should sit home and say that if I apply, I won't get. As she had the interview with Anastasia Badu earlier. Thank you for staying through the entire period. Thank you to Anas. Thank you to Pepsi. Thank you to you, our sponsors, for always holding us down till now. Migo Purified Drinking Water is also here, and they have been doing very well in supporting us. Let us continue to remember that the numbers are rising. COVID-19, we are at about 7,000 now, and so we cannot let our guards down. Continue to wash your hands under running water with soap. In the absence of running water and soap, continue to use hand sanitizers. If you can't afford all these things, please stay home. Observe social distancing. Put on your mask like we have ours on, and let us stay safe. Till we come your way once again, there is more sports in the afternoon. My name is Samuel Kusiapia.